It's we're on.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to our next edition, session 10, I think.
Session 10, yeah.
Ooh.
Right, so we'll start at the party, seeing as the other two are just waiting in Mr. Sunshine's cellar in the boxing ring or nearby.
Reading a book and training.
And so I will just read you a little bit of prepared that I've done for the party. So the building you're approaching is bathed in light. The Seattle fog surrenders itself to the twin searchlights parked out front. Security is tight, but your invitation is like a magic key. People pod at your approach and you climb the front steps. Revelers lounge halfway up, enjoying the stares of the street people below. A waiter serves drinks to those on the steps. You can continue your climb and eventually you'll reach the front door. You can hear music from inside, faint in the distance. Entering the building lobby, you look out the opposite window to see more partygoers frolicking in a moonlit pool. Off to your right waits an open elevator, and there's a uniformed doorman guides you inside as you wave your invitation like a wand. Right. I'm assuming you already got out of the car and you said you were approaching. So are you going to split up early or are you going together?
I think we should split up early. Not be seen together, but we can stay in touch as needed. How much quantum would it cost to keep up a telepathic two-way with Nico?
It's line of sight for telepathy.
Right, today's quantum expenditure.
So you'd have to always
612.
be line of sight to communicate with me. Unless you want to do the full quantum spend. But we've got phones, text.
Split up, Mindy. My idea is follow her to the ladies' room. It's a lot less private. Failing
We can
that,
do this discussion in the car before we get there.
oh yeah, not where anybody can hear us. And
Well,
failing that,
that's the thing. There's going to be more than one ladies' room, and ladies' rooms are never usually empty. So
No, but it's quite
However-
clear.
they're never usually empty, though. And if two people are seen going in and don't leave, that's going to be suspicious. There's going to be lots. It's going to be a while before they arrive. So we have a good look around. We have a look for the quiet spots where party goers aren't going. We try and separate her from the group somehow, but that's got to be done surreptitiously. Other than that, it's first chance. It's going to be mostly reconnaissance for at least the first couple of hours because they're probably going to arrive late, as you said. So we take that chance to scout the whole building as partygoers just having a look around and having a good time. If we can find good spots, we can tell each other about them. And then when we arrive, we take it from there. But making too many concrete plans up front, it's not going to be viable in this situation because we don't know, if they're going to come out, do the big, woohoo, we're the hosts and everything for half an hour, it's just going to draw all the attention. Now, I may be able to draw attention so you can do your thing, but if what DK said about Riggers is true, we want her fucking unconscious before we even teleport her out of there.
No, we've got plenty of time. Seriously, just get out. But
No,
just confirm that we are actually live. So
If she's conscious, you can rig to her vehicle.
yeah, but we're a good way away, and she's going to be Sparkle as soon as she gets there. So, and then
We hope.
she's
If
going to be.
If she's half as good as Jack.
I'll just flick her in the head.
Don't want to damage the chip.
Or in the throat. Sorry, I'll flick her in the throat.
Anyway, we take it.
And
As
then
we
we take
see
the chip
This
and
is
we
a
throw
lot
her.
of people, and we don't want to draw attention. And she's going to be drawing attention early on. We want to find a moment when she's not got the attention on her.
Anyway, I'm not there, so.
We're arguing by text message.
Okay, so you pull up. You've seen what it looks like. You can hear music, but it's clearly in another part of the building. Yeah. There's a heated swimming pool out back where there's a lot of people in there. There's people on the stairs where it's quieter. In fact, throughout the whole of the grounds of the condominium building, there are pockets of people who are out there because it's quieter. Although it is very cold and foggy, so there's not many people stay out there for too long, especially because everyone's in party dresses and nobody's wearing parkas or big fur coats. So yes, you go up the stairs up to the main lobby. When you get to the main lobby, there is a chance that you might spot the odd person, anybody who likes their SimSense entertainment and has seen movies might recognise the odd famous director in the lobby, and they tend to be holding court. They'll find a spot to sit down, and then they'll just get loads of people who crowd around them. They're being looked after, but it seems that the elevators are in big use. There's a set of 3 elevators, and you've got a constant stream of people going into the elevators and coming out of them. You've waved your invitation around a couple of times. There was some security on the door, but they looked at your invitation, they looked at how you're presented, and because you look the part and the invitation looks good from a distance, it's not like they've taken out any sort of scanner or anything and checked if the invitations are legitimate. You seem to be at least accessing to the foyer, but it's clear that this is not where the main party is.
So is there anybody checking invites and passes on the way to the elevators? Is there somebody standing there checking?
As I say, there was security, but you pulled your invite out. They saw it at a distance. I mean, it's not like they passed a wand over it or got out had a very, very close look at it. Because you look the part, they're not going to insult you by getting out some sort of jeweler's eyepiece and checking the small print. They're going to assume that you're supposed to be there. The thing looks legit, at least on the surface level, and so yeah, you're in. You're into the foyer, and again, there's uniformed doormen at the elevators, and all you have to do is sort of wave your invitation in a general sort of direction of them, and they'll take you up and down in the elevators.
I'm going to activate electromagnetic scan for the 3 points to last the entire scene.
Okay.
So I'm spending the 3 points now so I can check things out and get used to turning it off when I don't need it.
Yeah.
So
That's
3
exactly
points
what I was going to do.
And then go into the
You get a 6-second fade between one or the other, where you're partially seeing bones and partially seeing people and walls. And sort of over 6 seconds, you have a slow fade from X-ray to normal vision.
I bet that's going to fuck with your head in the lift, looking down and it's like, you fucking... That's okay, I'm standing on the floor.
I will not head for the lift straight away. I will mingle, act like one of the party goers, hold my head high, keep the posture, and check the cameras.
Okay. I need dice. Where are my dice? I do this every week. Every week I sit down and I forget where I put my dice. I'm really sorry.
Box?
Yes, I'm trying to find the box. That's what I'm looking for.
In the big box.
No, if I can see it, I just have to reach it. 1 second. It's there. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm now finally sorted.
I mean, obviously, we know there's security guards, but I want to know where the security cameras are.
Okay. So, make me a quick security roll. Intrusion to spot cameras.
Ugh, I don't spot anything. I don't get any ones, but it's a bag of 4s and 5s.
Okay, so what you can see is a couple of very obvious cameras that are looking at the lobby, but you
I
can't
can't
see.
make out the wires and the walls and
You're,
stuff.
no, and you're not even sure that you've seen them all. So yes, there is a number of chairs and tables in the lobby. It's quite a spacious place. It's all sort of leather armchairs and things like that. Small tables where people have put their drinks, and you'll notice that there are some quite senior people, obviously senior execs, directors, that sort of thing, that are all have used up all the tables, and where they've sat, a lot of other people are sat around, and they're just talking. You catch snippets of conversation. It's mostly about finding locations for their next movie, ideas and plans for movies they're doing, who they've been working with recently, who's much better off camera than is on camera. Just sort of standard industry chat when it comes to filmmaking and sense making. But yeah, there will be some actors you might even recognise. Not the big stars, but the perennial supporting actors and actresses that are in an awful lot of stuff, and they'll be there in suits and impressive gowns and party wear. But yeah, you'll notice most of the people from outside will go straight through the lobby into the elevators, and often the elevators will disgorge people, and the majority of them will either head for the pool or in one direction or head in the opposite direction towards the front door and outside.
After a while, I'll let James go up first, but I will follow in the elevator in a suitable amount of time, get my bearings.
Okay.
Ooh, look, fire escape. That's useful.
James?
Yep.
How are you going about this? You've stood in the lobby, you've taken in the sights.
I'm
What are
not
you doing?
making a beeline and rushing, but I'm just like, nodding, checking it out, and then going to the lifts fairly quickly. I
Okay.
just want to get up there, get established, schmooze, look around, take in the ambience. I don't know much about this milieu, so I'm not necessarily going to be engaging in any small talk, but I'm not going to be an obvious being no mates, not talking to anybody.
Okay. So as you head towards the lifts, one lift has just come down. A lot of people have just come out, and at the moment, it's only you waiting to get into a lift. So you go into the lift. The doorman quickly just scans your invitation again, discreetly and no close scrutiny to it, and it goes, "Good evening, sir. I believe the party's. Let's see. 1 second. Good evening, sir. The action is especially lively on the 16th floor. Where can I take you?"
16th sounds extremely good, thank you.
Okay. He presses 16th, and the door slides closed, and you go up. He will not look at you. He will just maintain a very professional stance with his arms behind his back as he waits for the elevator to go all the way up to the 16th floor. The elevator again is quite opulent. It's all brass, metal, and a couple of mirrors, a nice little carpet on the floor. It doesn't smell of urine like most of the elevators you've ever travelled in your life.
I'm definitely not measuring up the brass fittings thinking, I could take those down the scrapyard. No.
Yes. Yeah, the fittings in this elevator would probably pay you for a month of your rent. So
Yeah. I know I'm going back if I'm never short of money with fucking teleportation.
But eventually you get to the 16th floor and the elevator opens and the music reaches into the elevator and shakes you. It's loud. You're standing in a large entryway, strobe lights flash, lasers bounce off mirrors on the floor, walls, the ceiling. Across the room, a single doorway opens into a large apartment. More lights flash inside the room to the beat of the driving music. There's a few socialites standing in the hall, look you up and down as you leave the elevator. But once you get into the main apartment, conversation is almost impossible. There is only the music. So you cross the entryway and go into the room, and inside dozens of people are dancing in what must be the living room on a normal day. There's a kitchen to your right, and you have no perception, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. So you can smell the food. You can smell real chicken and real tuna and all of that as you pass by the kitchen. There's a lot of people inside the kitchen, obviously with drinks in hands, picking up food. There's a big spread of food laid out in the kitchen with real food of every description. Across the dance floor, you spot a pretty young girl passing out SimSense discs to guests. To your left is a huge picture window overlooking the bay, and the view through the faint whispers of fog is breathtaking. This is the lifestyle you could easily become accustomed to.
Yes. I'm going to treat it. It's not going to be visible, but I'm treating it like the military exercise that this is. Quartering the room, and then dancing for a couple of songs, taking a drink, not enough to get drunk, couple of relevants, one chicken, one tuna, not making a pig of myself, swing by the kitchen, check out the people in the kitchen, compliment whoever needs to be complimented, but basically quartering the rooms, as many as I can access, without, going through a locked door to see if we can find the girl we're looking for. On the outside, I'm here having the time of my life. Smile, loving the music. If necessary, fucking eyes closed, looking through my eyelids.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, he's just banging in here, and if you dance, you can just sort of join the dance floor and dance, and people will dance with you. Let me just check something. A grade. Appearance 3, so above average. Okay. So yeah, you'll have people who quite happily dance with you. They seem to accept you as long as you're just sort of there to party. There's a bar over in the corner, and a barman who is just sort of handing out drinks. He's not selling them, he's handing them out. So you just go up to the bar, tell him what you want, and you get a cup. It'll be a plastic cup, but you'll get a plastic cup full of whatever you fancy.
And somebody melts every fucking time.
Yeah, and that's it. The bar is there, and behind him is bottles of real booze. Everything you can think of. All sorts. There's about 5 or 6 different scotches. There's flavoured gins. There's vodkas of all sorts of times. He's got whole side tables just full of mixers, sodas and things like that, fruit juices. He's even got a cocktail shaker, so if anybody wants a cocktail making up, he knows how to do those. So it is really a question of what would you like to drink. You can get yourself a drink of any kind. They're also in sort of they're not those cheap plastic cups that you can just sort of, they're a decent size and a decent make, and they're transparent, so you can see through them.
It's
and
not
so,
the kind of thing you could glass somebody with.
But yeah, exactly. It's the closest thing to glass without being shatterable.
Yes, right. Yeah, I'll pick out a mid-range thing. Well, mid-range at this level. One of the only single malt scotch whose name I recognise.
Well, you look along and you see a picture of a bird on it. It says famous grouse. Famous sounds good. Might be worth trying one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking for the luxury and the opulence, not drinking to get drunk.
Yes.
Soaking it in and searching the crowd.
Yes, but one of the things you'll know, even the dancers, everybody's got a drink in their hand. So as you start looking around, you realise, hang on, I'm the only person not carrying a cup around with me. So grab something, and then you can dance and mingle. Right, so now I'm going to ask you to dig out, because you probably don't have it with you, dig out 2d6, please.
Oh,
Give me a roll.
D6.
2d6.
2d6. Add
Yeah.
them together like a normal 2d6 roll and tell me the result.
In my big box of dice. 2d6, you say, sir? Suits you. Do I want high or lower? You're not going to tell me.
Oh.
2
It's
for
about
an 8.
8, okay.
Yes.
So you grab snippets of conversations all over the place. But again, because of the music, all you ever get are snippets. People are shouting at each other in their ears to each other because of the music. But you'll hear all sorts of things like, "I'm telling you, I saw Elvis, and if you eat another thing, Norman, I'm going to be sick."
If you look at that bimbo one more fucking time.
Yeah, all sorts of just general human interaction going on. But as I said, it's difficult to initiate any sort of meaningful conversation in the living room. You might have to retire to the kitchen or even leave this place before you can make yourself heard with anybody. But people are smiling, people are friendly, people are gorgeous, and that's the other thing. You're surrounded by beautiful people, and with appearance 3, you fit in. You know, you're not the best-looking bloke in the party, but nobody's turning their nose up at you. So yeah, you can bimble around. Unfortunately, you don't know how anybody looks. The people that you're after, you know, like Pengrave or Cleo, you don't really know what they look like. So it's difficult to say if they're here or not. There doesn't seem to be anybody sort of commanding a presence at the moment. There's just dancing going on.
I will definitely check out the kitchen where it's quieter and I can talk and catch up on gossip.
Yeah, and again, you can help yourself to a nibble or two. You can make the obligatory small talk, and people will be mostly polite. Okay, so you've been there a little bit. How long are you going to be downstairs, Nico?
I was just gauging, I was mingling and not looking unusual, so I'd time it to go upstairs because I don't know which one of us went up first anyway. So yeah, when I think time is right, I will head over to the lifts.
Okay. Yeah, again, with your mega perception, you don't spot A grade there anywhere, so there's a good chance he's already gone up. So again, very similarly, the elevators are constantly going up and down, and an elevator will come down.
One, do the normal thing and take the recommendation of the lift guy if he offers it.
Yes, similarly, because he hasn't seen you before, he will recommend the 16th floor. That's where the main party is. You take an elevator up, and very similar to what A grade experienced. As soon as the elevator opens, the music is deafening. You walk in, there's a line straight ahead of you with loads of people dancing. There's a bar over to the right. There's a kitchen which you can see into. In fact, as you look into the kitchen, you'll see A grade in there chatting to someone.
No, I'm just fucking straight for the dance floor.
Straight for the dance floor. Although with your perception, you'll see these things as you go past. So again, because you've both got mega perception, as you go past, you'll glance to the kitchen. You'll notice A grade in there chatting to someone. A grade, you're in the kitchen chatting to somebody about how good this chicken is, and you'll spot Nico walk past on her way to the dance floor. And you go in, and the music is heaving, and people are just having a really good time. Again, after you've had a dance, you'll notice you're possibly the only person in the room that isn't carrying a drink. But there's a barman in the corner, and just as I described earlier, he's serving all sorts of anything you want, really.
Champagne.
Yep. He will get into a nice bucket and he'll pull some champagne out. He'll grab a decent plastic cup and pour champagne into that and pass that to you. And again, it's the real thing. It's French. It's real champagne.
Glug half of it. And then go back to the dance floor.
All right.
Look around as I'm dancing occasionally, but I'm just going to enjoy myself for a bit because we'll know when they arrive.
Yeah. So again, can you roll me 2d6, please?
No, because I don't have 2d6 near me at all.
Okay, so we'll need the big dice box.
Where's your metal dice going? The box.
I'm not sure where my box metal dice have come. They're handy somewhere. Where handy isn't, it's not here.
Borrowing your dice.
Any other.
Five.
5. Okay. So as you're dancing, you will notice that a couple of people who are dancing, one will nudge the other, and he will shout into her ear, and he'll point. And that's our host there. Not much to look at, but he sure knows how to party. And he points over to this bloke who is half dancing and half trying to hold a conversation with a couple of people. He's in a good suit. He has cyberware. Cyber eyes is what you can see, and a port in his head. And again, yeah, he's not much to look at, but he's clearly the person that somebody has said, that's our host. He doesn't seem to be with a woman in particular. He's just dancing and talking to some people.
Do I want to spend my XP? I will dance for a bit longer.
Okay.
Make a bit of a performance of it.
All right.
I don't know if I need to roll for that.
If you want to make a performance of it, then you can make a performance roll.
So that's that.
Plus roll will attract attention.
Plus my sexy dice, plus my performance dice, plus my mega dice. 7 on the mega. No ones. 3 10s. So that's 5 successes.
5 successes.
On the dance floor.
Okay. You are slowly becoming the queen of the dance floor. You are gaining attention. People are watching you dance rather than dance themselves. There's occasional people nudging each other and looking in your direction. And you're slowly gaining the attention of the party by standing in the middle and doing particularly good dancing. Rocket's sexy. A-grade in the kitchen. How long are you going to stay in the kitchen, and what do you want to talk to people about? Because at the moment, people in here are mostly either talking about, have you seen the latest HSE film, or this chicken is really good, or just small talk, really. You're not getting a huge amount of information that you've not heard, other than people frothing about the latest movies.
Yeah. I'm just going to work into the small talk of when the big fella's going to arrive.
Well, he's already here. Pengo's here. He's in the lounge, I think.
Ah, sweet. Thank you.
Well, do you want me to point him out? Do you know what he looks like? Do you want me to point him out to you?
Yeah, if you can point him out. I only seen him on the screen before.
Oh, yeah, sure. 1 sec. And so he wanders out into the lounge, and this bloke who you're talking to has a look around, and there he is. And he points across, and again, you see a guy who doesn't look particularly out of the ordinary. He's not particularly good looking, but he's in a very, very good suit. He's got a drink in his hand. He doesn't seem to have a woman in his arm. He just seems to be talking to a bunch of people as much as you can with this noise going on.
I would
And,
say
yeah.
cheers do to this bloke that pointed him out and sort of wander onto the dance floor, get intimidated the fuck off the dance floor by Nico.
Yes. And again, as you get onto the dance floor, you'll overhear somebody going, "Who's she? Is she one of the HSC's new starlets? She can move, can't she?" Oh yes.
Yes. Excellent. So yeah, I'm just going to barfly it at the edge of the dance floor, basically keeping my eyes on this geezer like my life depended on it.
Okay.
And unashamedly retching at Nico, since that's what the rest of the room is doing. You know, I'm only fitting into the crowd.
Yeah.
If you get eye contact with Nico, she will do a surreptitious nod as she's dancing towards Pengrave and then carry on.
Next time she looks at me, I shall try and give her a surreptitious wink.
Okay.
Or some body language going on.
Secret sign. Yeah.
It's him!
So you both sort of generally gravitate towards Pengrave's area, Booker Pengrave's area. The music changes. It's still thumping, but the style is slightly different. Yeah, you can get within. If there wasn't music, you would definitely be in earshot. But because of the music, earshot is only if you're lent into somebody and they're shouting in your ear. And that's what's happening. You know, everyone's sort of stood around looking at the party, and then somebody will lean into someone's ear and shout something, and somebody else will just nod and smile. And that's about it.
Club.
Yeah. You can both get within arm's reach of
Well,
Pengrave,
not me, because arm's reach will be whack in the face with dancing. But
but you know, a reasonably close distance towards him. But he doesn't seem to be with any women that seem to be particularly close with him. Everybody's sort of stood separately and just chatting as best they can.
Right. I think, therefore, I need to activate telepathy. Because I want to find out if he's thinking about her, get a picture of her from his mind, to find out when she's going to arrive. Usually riffling through his memories.
Okay, then. So you're going to have to make me a telepathy roll.
And I'm really glad I brought surreptitious.
Yes.
So 2 points of quantum.
Absolutely.
on the
Three.
list. Three.
3
Three.
points. Yes, 3.
So telepathy is on perception, so I have a mega perception.
So you're rolling 4 dice, and then choose me either whether you're going to roll your mega perception dice or if you want one automatic success.
One automatic success, please, Bob.
Okay. And your 4 dice.
And my 4 dice get ooh, and then 2 successes. Nice.
Okay. So 3 in total.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you maintain. You look at him. You make sure that you can see him. You're not going to get jostled or anything. You calm your mind and you reach out to his. He is enjoying the party. He's quite confident that it's going well. He's looking forward to his girlfriend making an entrance soon, very soon. He keeps glancing towards a door that appears closed and no one has gone in or out of. It might be a door to a bedroom or something like that. It's clearly sort of off limits to the partygoers. But it's clear to you that he's thinking she's going to come out of that door very soon. He knows the time down to the second. Without looking at any sort of watch or anything, he's well aware of what the time is, and he's sort of almost counting down in his head. In seconds, not minutes, he's going to make his way over to that door, and when the door opens, he'll be there to greet her and introduce her to the party.
Wonderful. I'm now able with telepathy to talk directly to Nico.
you'd have to spend it again.
You have to spend again, but yes, you can. One final thing, he's besotted with her. Most of his thoughts are to her, how lucky he is, how fabulous she is, and how wonderful she is, and how everybody in the party is just going to love her because he loves her.
Right, this is urgent. I'm going to spend the 3 points. I'm well aware I haven't mine now, but I can talk to Nico and tell her all of that. He keeps
Okay,
looking
so
at that door.
that's another 3 points. It's another roll, please.
Sorry?
It's another roll and another 3 points, please.
So I'll take an auto success then.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you can't.
Why?
He's in dormancy.
Oh yeah, you've got to go sparkly before you can use your telepathy.
Any of the powers.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you use high-end electromagnetic vision, telepathy, or anything else at this party, you will glow.
No, I'm hoping. Well, how obvious is it that I'm going in a room full of disco lights and lasers and mirrors?
Well, you're still going to look out for the ordinary. You're just going to, depends if you want to risk it or not.
The only other option is to find somewhere quiet, go invisible, and do all this shit.
Yeah.
Which is attunement and invisibility, which is another 3 quantum.
Yeah. That. Find a problem, find the gents, go invisible. So
do the conversation bit, find the gents, then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can find the toilets, you can turn invisible in the toilet.
3
So that's another 3 points, I'm afraid, for your clothes and your invisibility. You can make your way over to, as you say, a handy pot plant and stand very close to it. And from there, you can see Booker Pengrave, you can read his mind, and then you can also contact Nico as well.
So, you know everything that Lawton just described about this dude. I'm going to say he's so besetted with her that if we grab her afterwards, it's going to kick off. What I'm thinking is, I teleport through there, teleport her out, get the chip, and teleport her back.
I can't
do you think?
communicate with him, can he?
Sorry?
I can't talk back to him with telepathy.
It might be one way. Let me check. Handouts. Capturation.
It says, and talk, in inverted commas, with him mentally.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
If you can see her.
Yeah, you are quite obvious on the dance floor anyway. So.
No, I mean, if I can
Yeah.
talk to him, if you can see her.
Yeah.
Can I see with electromagnetic vision through the door and see if there's a skeleton walking towards it?
Actually, you can use your high-end electromagnetic scan and look through the door, and there is a woman sat. And by the look of it, she's brushing her hair. Her hand is going up and down. You can see skeleton, and it's fairly easy to work out that she's brushing her hair.
Can you think of any reason not to do it now? Quickly, get her out, get the chip, and put her back.
Can do it.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Move
So
off the dance floor. And take my phone out, take a seat with my drink, start texting. Are you ready to queue?
So, I'm going to need a teleport, I'm going to need to attune her, and I'm going to need to teleport again.
Yeah, so it'll be 6 seconds to teleport in, 6 seconds to attune her, and then 6 seconds to do the teleport.
Right.
If you're trying to do this all invisibly, you stand much more of a chance there, so that's
Yes.
okay.
So spend 2 quantum to teleport. That's for the C.
3.
3.
Oh no! He's got 2.
You're not combat teleporter, are you? No, you're only a standard teleporter. So that's 2. Apologies, yeah. So 2 points to teleport in. It'll cost you 1 point to attune to her, and then another 2 to teleport out. So for the whole thing, in, attune, and out, that would be 5.
I'm on a total of 17. But it might get it done in one go. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the plan. Teleport in, staying invisible, attune to her, teleport her out to the prepared location where they're expecting me, and say, get the chip.
Yeah, you'll have to roll for your teleport, don't forget.
So this is why I went for the mega perception, because I'm having another auto success.
Okay, and you teleport roll into the bedroom.
So this is the first teleport. So okay, just 1 7 on the dice.
Okay. So it's fine. It's line of sight because you can see through the doors. She's on her own. She appears to be sort of sat brushing her hair. You teleport into the room. Okay. And the first thing that hits you is her perfume.
Mm.
The room smells so sweet. And even though you can only see her bones and her cyberware, I mean, she's a rigger. So she's got extensive cyberware all over her body. She's got a series of plug sockets down her spine. She's got headwear of some kind. There's little boxes and squares inside her head. All you can see are bones and a brief, faint outline of the rest of her body. But all of a sudden, you feel so attracted to her. All you really want to do is drop your invisibility, drop to your knees and profess your undying love to her. Make me a willpower roll.
Shit.
So either, well, actually,
I love it.
I'll be fair because you can do this. You can either make me a willpower roll,
Yes.
or you can spend a willpower temporary to perform one action. So if you wanted to go in there, attune her, 1 willpower, and teleport her out, another willpower, it will cost you at least 2 willpowers or 2 willpower rolls. Now, every time you spend a willpower, it means the next time you have to roll a willpower, you've got fewer dice because you're spending willpower. You get them back 1 a day.
I am of the
You
mind of
have got
5 willpower.
5 willpower.
So that would mean rolling 5 dice to try and make these rolls, or spend 2 to make the attunement and the teleport.
Yeah, or you can split it. You can spend 1 dice to attune her and then roll 4 to try and get her out.
No pressure.
Do you think I would explain my master plan if there's the slightest chance of you affecting the outcome? I'm spending the 2 fucking willpower and just making certain.
Okay? You spend a temporary willpower point to attune to her. All you want to do is reveal yourself and you go, no, I've got a job to do, I've got a job to do. Attune her, I'll think about everything else later. You attune her, now you can teleport her. But you still, no, it's such a shame. She's so wonderful. You don't, she hasn't seen you. She hasn't looked at you or spoken to you. But her perfume is amazing. And the way she holds herself, she's so elegant. Even though you can only see her bones. I've got a job to do. You put your hand on her because you've got to teleport with touch.
This is some pheromone shit, I know it is, but oh my god, I just want to, like you say, drop to my knees. I had an unrequited love in university days, and she wore a very particular perfume. 20 years later, I could be walking through an airport and duty-free girl would squirt that perfume, and like, back.
Yes.
That's what I'm visualizing.
Exactly what's going on. Exactly what's going on. This perfume, the way she holds herself, the way her bones work, it all just speaks to you.
I can't explain it, guys, right? It's just the shape of the pelvis, okay?
You love the way her legs go all the way to the ground.
We're more than that.
You put your hands on her, make your teleport roll.
Right. One or two success.
1 or 2 success.
And ooh, yes, 2 9s on the dice. So 3 in total.
Okay.
I've already texted Q when he started he said he was going to do it. I went off the dance floor, drank, and texted Q, get ready.
Yep.
So Q should be in the corner of the rink, ready to punch the woman out when she comes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pass it on to Bookworm and ask him to get a portal ready. A portal.
All right.
A portal. A
So
space.
you're stood there, and one moment the boxing ring is empty. The next moment there are 2 people stood inside the boxing ring. The first thing you notice is the smell. It's a sweet perfume. You notice the woman that he's poured it in. She is glorious. She is the most beautiful thing that you have ever seen. All you want to do is profess your undying love to her. Again, if you want to do an action, you either have to make a willpower roll or spend a willpower point to do anything other than say, you are amazing.
Wow. Right.
She looks around a little bit taken aback and she locks eyes on you, Cass. How are you going to punch a woman that's looking at you like that? Her eyes are the biggest, most beautiful eyes you've ever seen.
Spend your willpower, man. I just punched the bitch. It's the only way to be chill.
I'm just. Oh,
She's
God.
going to turn on you and have you as a lap slave. Come on.
To be fair to Kaz, he works in the Rose and Crown and he knows how lethal beautiful women can be.
I do.
Yes, listen to her.
Oh, God.
She starts to say hello, and her voice is a musical tinkle.
Oh, fuck's sake.
My little tinkle. Hold on. Just. Yeah.
You've never heard anyone say hello quite
And
like
the
that.
original plan was to have Nico taken to one side and strangle her out and teleport her.
Have you not?
You know,
Have you
don't
two
listen
not
to
arrived?
fucking my plans, eh?
So who's there? Is it just?
Just Bookworm and Cleo. She has her hair in a short dark bob.
So
She's
where's
wearing a golden black dress that hugs her perfect figure.
Get it done.
So what
Make
happened
your choice.
to Agrid? Where's he gone? Shit.
Agrid at the moment is quite motionless because if he wants to do anything, he's going to have to spend more willpower. He just teleports in and looks at you with panic in his eyes.
Invisibly.
Right.
And this is why I wish you guys would listen to the original plan.
Because what?
Right, Cass, what are you going to do?
Which was take her time, me strangle her out and take her in unconscious. And I'm having a feeling an unconscious woman would be a lot easier to deal with right now.
Right, I'm going to spend willpower.
Okay, you've got 5 willpower, so you're spending a temporary willpower point. You can do one thing. What are you going to do?
Say that again.
You can spend your willpower point.
Mm-hmm.
You can do one thing. What are you going to do?
I'm going to punch her.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
On the job. But
She is surprised. She's not going to try and dodge.
I wouldn't have thought so. But I'm
No.
going to use
Precision.
precision so I don't kill her.
Yes.
I'm going to smack her out. So what do I need to roll?
Killing her was the plan.
Yeah, it's
So-
space, but I don't want to knock her head off her, and I want the chip.
Don't aim
first.
So are you going to use brawl and just punch her, or are you going to use some special sort of martial arts move?
I'm just going to use brawl. Use
Okay.
brawl. Yeah.
So make me a brawl roll. To be honest, all you need to do is get a success.
Just that.
Yeah.
How many
it might
dice is
be-
it? Sorry.
So you're rolling 8 dice for your strength and brawl,
8.
and then you've got 3 mega strength as well, which you can either take as automatic successes to hit, or you can roll them as well. So 8 dice to start with.
Well, I got 0 off the 8 dice, would you believe? So I'm going to take the
Three
megas.
auto.
Okay, as automatic successes.
Yeah.
All right. I would imagine you're going to restrict your successes to about 7 or 8, because 7 will knock her unconscious, might even bruise her a little bit,
That's
but it certainly won't kill her.
7.
Uh,
7's fine. That'll do. That'll
The
do.
problem is that she might have a body roll, so she might soak rolls. So that's why I said 7 or
Don't
8.
forget, he's punching, he's bashing. You have to do 24 bashing to kill her. Because bashing,
Just bashing in the lethal.
yeah.
7 and 7. One takes 14.
Oh, 40. There you go.
So yes, you use your precision and you knock her spark out. You will leave her with a black eye, but she crumples into unconsciousness.
And I quickly shout out to Bookworm. Get that sodden chip out of Ed.
Okay.
Bookworm, the young teenage boy.
Surely her pheromone powers will switch off when she's unconscious. Yeah, I know.
They
That
will
might be the perfume.
fade away. They won't switch on and switch off. Bookworm approaches the unconscious woman, and her perfume, the way she lies is sexy. The way she just lies with her arms all akimbo like that after crumpling to the ground.
Even the black eye is sexy.
Even the black eye is sexy.
This is
Oh. Okay. Willpower it is. Spend
Alright.
that willpower. I got 6 to start with, so I better make that.
Yay!
That's good willpower. So
Good
yes.
that the teenage boy has the most willpower.
So, Bookworm, your
Yes, sir.
upper brain overrides your lower brain, and you pop out the chip.
Like a zit.
And over the next 30 seconds or so, she goes from being a goddess lying on the ground to just some pretty lady lying on the ground.
Oh, wow.
infiltration expert, wasn't she?
Yep.
Blimey. Right,
Yeah.
let's get this chip sorted out. Where's it going? When? I mean, well, what's happening? Who's taking it?
Give me the chip
You're taking it, okay.
and get your portal made. Let's get her out of here.
Done.
So after
She's unconscious, so is it an unwing? And
Just
About-
swing her through, yeah, like a
about a
wing.
minute after Rafe teleports, I'll send a text from my couch, sipping a drink. It's like, is it done?
Yeah, we've got the chip. Just getting rid of her.
Well, I will mingle for a bit. Be with you later.
I'm going to drop invisibility and say to these guys, listen, I did telepathy on the guy that she's with. You smell her perfume, yeah? You had that mindfucking, yes?
Yes, we did.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He is utterly 100% infatuated with her.
Well, I'd get
We're
your asses
talking-
out of there then. Get your asses out of there and get here. Doesn't know who
We're
you are.
talking to the ends of the earth. That's not a worry. I'm just really worried if we kill her.
He's there with you.
yeah, Dave, A-grade is there with you. He's just popped out from invisibility. He was there. He had to be there to teleport her. The only person in the party now is Nico.
Like I said, guys, I'm just really worried if
He'll never
Kill
find
her.
the body. He won't know what happened to her. She's going to be spaced. Gone.
I was going to put in the table, putting her back in the room that she came from.
No. Too dangerous.
I'm not going to argue. I want to register how worried I am. The guy is absolutely besotted.
That's fine. We're taking him out at some point as well, don't forget. Or he will be getting taken out by Miss Johnson, no doubt. So,
Oh,
not
put
our
it out
fight.
there.
Not our fight. So, I want rid of her. She's a rigger. You don't know what she's linked into and what could be on its way. And I'm sure Mr. Sunshine would not be happy with a helicopter strafing his bloody building, taking off the first 2 floors.
I know that too. Do what you got to do.
3 quantum, right? For the portal.
Where you open the portal to.
Space.
Somewhere over the Atlantic.
Space.
Really high up.
What's my... Because I'm not under any stress here, I can concentrate and do maximum range, can't I?
Yes.
Yep.
Jupiter.
No, not Jupiter.
Still
I can
got
do
roll.
20,000 metres, can't I? I can put her outside the city, let's put it that way.
High up.
It's
No,
your
you-
quantum successes plus your roll is the maximum you can do.
So you still roll your perception and walk, and then you add quantum as
Got
a
it.
success, and then there's a table on page da.
Yeah, let me
On
find it.
the sheet with
Just-
it.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it myself.
wherever
So
it
one-
is, it's got to
There's
be
one to win.
that
Make a
far
roll.
away and about that
Just
far
make a
up
roll.
as well.
Make a roll. How many dice shall I roll? That'll be. Oh God, no.
Perception and warp.
Yeah, my character sheet was closed. 1 second, it's just opening up again. Warp's just the one. Perception is 4 + 1 mega. So 5 and 1 auto.
Taking the auto. Okay.
I'm going to take the auto, yeah, it makes more sense.
Okay.
Go back over here. Dice roller, 5 dice. That one there. Press that button. Ding. Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, don't do ones.
Oh,
Well, 3 8s, so
So you
2
got
more
3.
successes.
So 2 more successes plus your auto successes, 3
Yep.
successes.
Yep.
And then you add your quantum of 3.
Yeah. The table is on
and
page,
so
whatever.
You can do up to 200,000 kilometers.
I can send it halfway to the moon. Is that the plan here, guys? Are we
Yes.
that evil? Are we that
Yes.
evil?
yes.
Yes.
Get it
If
out
we, do
here.
it, if we do it right, we have 0 chance of it coming back to us.
Yeah, and any machines that she's connected to, they can go and chase her. That's fine.
Halfway to the moon.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good plan to me.
go.
In fact, more than halfway, 2/3 of the way to the moon.
Go.
Fucking hell.
Let's do it.
I'm opening a portal to space. Straight up, please.
Okay.
Check your body
Straight
in.
up and a bit over, so she goes in the middle of the Pacific if she does come down.
200,000 kilometers.
Yes.
She ain't coming down, dude.
Yeah.
No. And then 2 of you, monitor arms and monitor
Yeah.
legs. So we'll just have to.
I'll
Well,
get-
actually, because bookworm's opening the portal, it can only stay open for 6 seconds.
right,
Yes.
I'm just going to
Goes
grab her.
open.
I'm just.
Cats can do it one-handed.
Cats can do it one-handed.
Go then.
Fuck off.
Done. Close the portal. Close it. Yep. Awesome.
That's mad. We've just thrown a girl into space.
I don't believe the freaking callous we've become.
We done it. Right, that's another chip.
Jesus Christ.
It's a good job we don't have
gonna say
alignment in this, isn't it?
I don't want to leave
Community
the party
roles.
too soon because I don't want to draw suspicion. I will let things happen and hang up and then leave
Okay.
Right.
when it's safe to leave.
You will get a couple of people who will want to give you business cards.
I'll take them.
They want to know if you want to audition for the next movie and all of that sort of thing.
Meanwhile, I'm going to grab these two and say, right, you two, out of here, back upstairs. You're not really supposed to be down here.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
And we all head upstairs and I'll go and
I
see
need a
Mr.
drink after that
Sunshine.
anyway.
I'm going to take a trip to Mr. Sunshine.
Okay. Yeah, as you go upstairs, near the top of the stairs, Titch is there. He'll notice you come out. He'll give you a nod, Kaz, and then he will go back downstairs. I think it's basically just to make sure everything's clean and tidy down there.
Yeah.
If there's any blood needs mopping up, he'll get on with it, but there isn't, so
Oh, clean.
he will check anyway.
Right.
So, sorry, are you stopping at the bar and buying a drink, Kaz, or are you just going straight up, Kaz?
I'm going to go straight up to see Mr. Sunshine if he's in.
Okay.
So I'll give it the old.
Knock, knock. Hello, come in.
All right, boss. Just to let you know, we're all finished downstairs. Thank you very much for
That was
helping us out there.
all right. Did you leave any message on there?
No,
Did
no
you
mess
leave
at
any-
all. Nothing there at all. But thanks, boss. Much appreciated.
No worries. No worries.
Right.
All right. Just let Titch know you're done. Just say no more about it.
We saw Titch on the way up. He's gone down just
Oh.
to check everything off. So everything's great.
That's good. All right. Thanks, Cass.
No problem, boss. See you later. So,
See you later.
and then I'm going to take Scribe for a beer. And I'll buy.
You can check the chat now, then.
I'm in the chat.
Yeah, check the chat.
Check the chat. Where is it? Where did I get to chat from here?
Top right hand corner.
Oh, yeah. Boop. Are we the baddies? Yeah.
Ah, we got it.
I think that's already been answered.
Yeah. Right, so I'll buy these two a drink. And
Okay.
we'll sit down
Yes.
and we'll wait for my
Okay.
guy to get back.
So a round of drinks will cost you 9 new yen,
No worries. I'll do that.
which you can cross off from either credit or cash. Do you take
Cash.
both? Well,
Cash.
you will, Nico, you can mingle for a bit more.
I don't want to leave, because I'm imagining he's going to be checking his watch and she's not coming out, and then eventually he's going to go through,
Yeah.
find she's not there, and I don't want to, suddenly make an appearance on the dance floor and then suddenly disappear at the same point in time as that's going on, because that's too suspicious. So I'm going to hang around and just mingle and bullshit people.
Yeah. So again, he's relaxed, and then all of a sudden he'll start to look a bit concerned. You'll notice that he's glancing at the bedroom door more than once, and eventually he excuses himself and goes in. He opens the door, he closes the door behind him, and he goes inside. A few seconds go by. He comes out. He's clearly looking panicked, and he goes over to. He beckons somebody at the party, gets eye contact with somebody who comes over. This person isn't as well dressed as everybody else. He's still very well dressed, but he looks more like he's being put in a suit rather than he could wear a suit. You see what I mean? Somebody who's a bit bigger and a bit stockier than everybody else in the room. And Pengrave grabs him and they leave. They get the elevator and they go down. As they're going in the elevator, he will pull out a small phone. And as he's pulling his phone out, the elevator comes up, gets in, and then the doors close and they go down. And you can switch on your high electromagnetic scan if you want.
Which was
And
ideal.
you can watch him go all the way down to the foyer with the phone in his hand, and then he goes to leave the building. He hasn't spoken to anyone. He hasn't made an announcement that the party's over or anything like that. He has just quickly and quietly left. Talking on a phone all the time.
I will mingle, look surreptitious. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm private performer. I'd have to speak to my manager. Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
I will give you my agent's card.
Yeah.
Very interested. All that sort of stuff.
And then leave sometime after Pengrave has left.
Yeah.
What time is it
Um,
roughly?
16 floors. How many meters would that be approximately?
I've got 120 meter scan rate.
All right. So even if it's like 2.5 meters per floor. So yeah, you can see him, watch him all the way down. It's difficult with all the people and everything, but
Yeah.
it's possible to see him get into a very posh vehicle. His friend drives and he takes off, and he's seen lost in traffic.
What time is it? And
It's still fairly early. I mean, it was 9 o'clock they wanted to make their entrance, so we'd say it's about 9:45, 10 o'clock
Right.
by the time everything's finished.
I'm going to send Freya a text,
Okay.
and I'm just going to tell her, one to go, we just need your man. How are you? Are you out of the hospital yet? Basically, and just send her that.
She sends a text back, says, out of hospital, we could do to talk. Found him, we could do to talk.
Awesome. Yeah. No problem. When and where?
Phone me, F.
Okay. I'll give it a bell. I'll go.
Okay, are you going to send the Rose and Crown with
No,
around the
I'm
table?
gonna walk
All
outside. Take,
right.
take the call outside.
All right, so you give her a call, and she says, okay, so I've had some success. I can't tell you exactly where he is now, but I know where he's going to be. I've talked to some of my contacts, and apparently, not only is he in with the Blood Rumblers,
Red Rovers.
sorry, Red Rovers, but he's recruited the Blood Rumblers and, one moment please. Sorry. I'll be with you in a moment.
You're okay.
That's awesome.
That's all right. You're keeping them real. Spot on. I'm going to the Rosencrown Bog. Oh, bookworm. The disguise that you put on me. How quick can you take it off me?
Oh, a few minutes.
Right, get it off. I don't want any connection with back
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I can pick you up. Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah, it just struck me. I'm getting really paranoid about it.
Okay. So Fraser's, I know where he's going to be. I don't know where he is now, but I know where he's going to be. As well as being in with the Blood Rumblers, he has recruited Red Rovers. Sorry, he's recruited the Blood Rumblers, the Spike Wheels, and about 4 or 5 other gangs in downtown. He's having a meeting tomorrow with the leaders of all of those gangs and their members. And apparently, his plan is then after the meeting to take all those gangs and roll up the whole of Redmond and to take Redmond.
Wow.
An army of bikers from 5 or 6 different gangs.
Like the Mongol horde. The Christ.
He's having a pre-war meeting tomorrow night. And she gives you an address of a warehouse down in the Dock District.
That is fantastic, Freya. I'm taking it you want to come and join us on this party, yeah?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Do you know where the Rose and Crown is?
Everybody knows the Rose and Crown.
In Redmond somewhere, but that's all I know.
All right. I'll send you the address and everything. If you can meet us there tomorrow in the afternoon,
Okay.
we'll come up with a plan.
Give me a
Fantastic.
time. Give me a time,
About lunchtime.
which means
Say about 12 o'clock noon.
okay. They're meeting at 9 p.m. in the central town. I will see you at midday at the Rose and Crown then.
Fantastic, love. See you later.
See you later.
Put the phone down. I'm going to run back in. Tell A-Grade a bit what's happening. And again, I'm going to have to go and see Mr. Sunshine and give him the news.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
what
Spot
time
on.
is? I'm not there anymore.
So he was a phone call he had outside in the car park. So until he comes in and tells everybody,
Well, I'm
you're
not
not
there.
there yet.
Yeah. And I'm going to go and see Mr. Sunshine.
So you're going to go there first
Pronto.
before you speak to the boys, right? Okay. So you go straight from your phone call up to see Mr. Sunshine. Knock on the door. Hello.
Sorry, boss, it's me again, but I think you're going to want to hear this.
All right, come on.
Right, we've found the last of the guys that we're after, your man. Bad news. He's in with the Red Rovers. He's got the Blood Rumblers, the Spike Wheels, a whole load of others, all downtown. Meeting tomorrow, and their plan is to roll through the whole of bloody Redmond, taking everything and trying to take over the whole bloody place, to be honest. And I'm assuming you're not too keen on that idea.
What do you think? All right. So I will get somebody to contact the Crush.
He's got the number. Because we gave him.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll get somebody to contact the Crush.
Right.
Because before they can get to us, they've got to go through them. But if there's as many black gangs as you say,
They're
we
planning.
need
I know where they're going to be. They're in the warehouse. Down, what was the district area called?
the Docks
The
District.
docks.
Yeah.
They're in the docks, in the warehouse, and they're planning on meeting at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And then moving from there all the way up to the top of Redmond. So, I don't know. We're after them, you're after them. If we can get our own army together, maybe we can take this fella out.
Well, I'm thinking if there's that many gangs, then the warfare, it would be a war and it would be bloody. So the best thing to do is nip this in the bud and
Okay.
stop them before they even get on their bikes.
Okay.
I can do a bit of preparation. What is it today? It's Tuesday, so we've got 48 hours, or just under 48 hours to prepare for a large-scale invasion.
Tomorrow
I'll
night,
let-
boss. Tomorrow
Thursday
night,
night.
9 o'clock.
Thursday night. Thursday night. I should have told you.
All right.
So it's Tuesday now. He's saying Thursday. So sorry, that was my fault. Fred told you
Okay.
Thursday.
Right.
So that gives you just under 48 hours.
So Freya's going to meet us on Thursday at 12 o'clock. Right. Okay.
Apologies, that was
No,
me.
fine. Let's go. All right, boss.
All right.
Fantastic.
I will tell everybody and prepare them, but to be honest, this needs to be nipped in the bud. I'm relying on you and your crew to get down there and neutralise him before he gets them all to sit on their bikes and start driving.
Absolutely. Well, if you can create some sort of diversion, take their attention away from us, we'll go in the back end and quieten them down, shall we say. Yeah. Let me talk to the boys. Let me talk to our crew.
Go to the boys, talk to Titch, see if he can muster up a handful of people that can go down there as well.
Fantastic, boss. Okay,
All right.
okay. Yeah. Fantastic. We're all
I'll get everybody ready at this end.
All right, boss. See you in a bit.
All right. See you in a bit.
Right, so I'm going to go down, meet up with A-Grade and Bookworm, tell them what's happened, and I'll send a text to fucking memory's gone. To
Nico?
Magpie or Nico, yeah, and say, can you get here? Got important things to discuss. Send it.
On my way.
Right.
It's been long enough.
Yes. Teleport to the attic. Oh, that's nice. Yay! I get there. 2 successes.
Yep.
What happens if we fail on a teleport?
I don't go, or I land in something.
Or you end up somewhere you're not
Yeah.
expecting.
If you quantum botch, you don't even go. You just start vomiting on the spot. If you fail botch, you land in something.
Like a wall or something like that.
Yeah.
Or end up somewhere else.
Lovely.
Well, it depends. If you,
It's up to me.
yeah, that's true.
You do not want to botch a fucking teleport roll.
Yeah.
DK botching. What did you botch to have your liquids turned to vinegar? Go down?
God, I can't remember.
It
Telekinesis.
wasn't. It wasn't big, was it?
It was TK.
Yeah. Jesus.
Why do you think I've bought extra main boxes?
Uh,
It's 1d10 damage on a misplaced teleport. Lethal.
Twitch.
Right.
That's why I now have more than 10 hitboxes.
So yeah, when you come back in from taking your phone call, Cass, and talking to Mr. Sunshine,
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a back booth, out of view, scrubbing the last of the fucking disguise off, and he's got the methylated spirits rubbing it off. A rag from behind the bar and a bottle of mess.
I will take off the nice outfit, put it in the cover that was provided, put it up in the ceiling when Starling can't fucking reach it,
And borrow it.
borrow it, get into my Nico proper kit and head downstairs.
Right.
Okay. So yes, you might spot Cass come in through the front door, and instead of come talk to you, the first thing he does is he goes upstairs. He's not looking particularly happy. You see him go up the stairs, and then a short time later on after that, he comes back down. So Cass, you're back in the main pub.
Yeah, I'm just going to go downstairs and grab Titch and explain to him what's happened as well.
Okay, yeah, sure. Titch is coming back up from the basement. Well, he'd have done that fairly quickly. He'll be in the kitchens. So he's like, Cass, what's up?
Got a bit of a problem. Just spoke to the boss, and yeah, there's a bit of trouble heading our way on Thursday. We've got a man that we're looking after. He's getting the Red Rovers, the Blood Rumblers, Spike Wheelers, a whole bunch of others all together down at the docks, and the plan is to rumble through the whole of Redmond and take it all over. The boss man told me to let you know and see if you can muster up some help.
Well, help for you or help defending the place?
Have a word with Mr. Sunshine, but I think if you could get some people on our side as well, because we're going to head down there and try and nip it in the bud.
What do you need? Do you want heavy fists, heavy weapons, intelligence? What sort of people are you looking for?
Ooh, good question. I'm not the tactician, as you know. Let me go and talk to my boys, and I'll give you the details.
All right, come back to me before you disappear tonight then.
Will do. Talk to you later, Titch. You take
In a
care.
bit. In a bit.
Now I'm going to come up and see these lot.
Okay.
Tell them what's happened and say, we need a plan. Titch will help us, but he wants to know specifically what kind of help we're going to need. Mr. Sunshine.
Firebomb the docks.
Mr. Sunshine is looking for us to handle it at the docks. And I think
Well,
he's
how
got
about
to-
this? We bring our own special talents, and we try and take him out in another targeted hit on an individual. But if that doesn't work, we have the heaviest weapons lined up to nuke the shit out of the
Our big
warehouse.
problem is that this isn't going to be like some party that we can get an invite to. These are gangs, and we've got to
Yeah,
try and get through the gangs to get to him. And
Well,
I'm
you
pretty
either fake it
sure-
in their gang colours, or I can get me in there invisible. Don't forget.
and we're not sure what this guy's capable of. I'm gonna.
So we can recon tonight.
Give me a sniper rifle.
Who's got skill in firearms?
Me.
Okay, but what about? I'm pretty sure the guy's going to be pretty armored. He's not going to stand in front of a whole bunch of bikers and gangs without some sort of protection.
No, but invisibility and flight, mate.
You know,
But we're talking specifics here. Broad strategy.
we've only got
We
a
do
couple
some
of
kind of
days to come up with a
targeted hit.
plan.
Targeted hits with our special abilities, and the fallback is either they defend here, or they nuke the living shit out of the warehouse where we know they're going to be grouped.
Here's an idea. You want to take them out, so a couple of canisters of gas. I go up one end of the docks, set fire to a load of shit. That's going to draw attention.
Let
It's
me
going
just
to
make this
give
clear.
you opportunity.
Mr. Sunshine wants us to take him out. He wants it contained as much as possible down that end. So, and that's from Mr. Sunshine.
Well, that's a given.
So,
What I'm saying is, you're saying it's the docks in downtown, yeah?
yep.
Right. So that's nowhere near Redmond. We've got carte blanche to fuck up as much of that as possible.
Oh yeah, but we've got to try and
So-
contain it there. Try and keep as much of it down there as possible.
Yeah, but the least we can do if we can't get the guys to fuck up their operation. And I think a couple of canisters of gas, set light to the fucker, that's going to draw attention to one side of the thing. And if A grade can get shot off with a gun, invisibly, that's another option. What you're
Invisible
saying is
sniper.
we've got a shit ton of gangs to get past to get to our guy.
Plus,
So we've got to cause a distraction.
we're also going to have a mage on our side.
Are we?
Yep.
Are we?
Yeah, Freya.
So we're not doing this tonight, or
No, Thursday.
that's leaving it late. If they're going to be rolling through on Thursday, you want to hit them before.
He's not going to be there till Thursday. We need him.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave. You've said he's at the docks in downtown. That's his base of operation. That's where they're going to be.
On
Gathering.
Thursday. Yes, at 9 o'clock.
Right.
I didn't say that he was there right now. Thursday.
But we can scout that place out.
We can. We can scout it out.
Scout it tonight.
Yeah. We haven't got time to wait for him to make his move if we want to take him out before he makes his move.
Okay. What we'll do then, if we head down that way tonight, if you want to do it tonight, that's fine. I'm going to stop off at Miss Johnson's on the way.
And dude, no disrespect,
This
but this
time
time
around?
can you get the money?
Sorry?
This time, can you pick up the money? I don't like the money that she owes us not being with us.
We don't get the
Yeah,
money.
but then we're carrying around money and we're going to do a dangerous piece of shit.
Mm,
You don't want to be carrying around a load of flammable shit when you're doing
That's-
dangerous shit.
and we don't
That's why
get
we
the
stash
money
the money.
until the job's done.
Yeah, but then we'd have to come back to stash the money, and that's more time. It takes 2 hours on the bus to get to downtown.
We've got the access to 2 cars and teleportation.
We're not taking the posh car.
We didn't necessarily have to.
No. But it's still going to take at least an hour in the normal car.
I'm quite happy to keep the money there. It's safe. And if,
All right.
you know, we don't know
I'm
what's
gonna
going to
ask-
happen. I'd rather she kept it than give it to some fucking bum in the docks.
How important is it that we get this last chip?
She wants all 3 chips. It's crucial
Mm.
to the job.
Remind me, if it got destroyed and nobody could have it, is that an acceptable secondary outcome for her?
I doubt it. She needs all 3 chips.
Well, no. She said if they got the chips damaged, that she'd pay us a few 1K per chip for damaged chip. So as long as we can get the chip damaged or not, we've completed the job. We just get a lower paycheck.
Because we've already got, 250? 2 times 125 coming in for the 2 chips we've got, yes?
And 50 plus K for the car.
And as a
Plus
bonus.
the car.
She did mention a bonus, I'm sure.
What I'm saying is,
She
don't
didn't mention it,
overlook the power of gratuitous overkill.
What?
You
Nukem
can
from
sneak in
space.
there tonight.
Take off the nukes, take them all in.
You're just going to nuke it.
Sneak in there with a bunch of C4 and a remote detonator.
Where are we going to get C4 at this short notice?
That's not assuming, I'm saying it's a push for even Mr. S to be able to have access to that kind of stuff. But if he did,
I think what we need to do is let Mr. S organise a backup plan if we fuck up. What we need to do is get eyes on the property and try and locate him as quickly as possible. And we're not going to do that sitting in the pub.
Okay. Second thing then is, what kind of help do we need from Tish? Do we want muscle? Do we want intelligence? Do we want heavy weapons?
sniper
We
rifle and
need at
C4.
least 1 intelligence.
So a bit of everything.
Well, the thing is, if they're going up against a whole gang, we're putting them at risk. Intelligence is more useful to us at this point in time. If we're going tonight and they can give us intelligence tonight, intelligence is more likely to get in and get out without being hurt. If we send in the big boys, they're going to get hurt. And we might need them as backup if we can't do the shit by
Okay.
Thursday.
Give me 1 sec. I'll go and have a word with Titch. So I'm going to head off. See Titch in the kitchen. Say, Titch, just had the word
Hello.
with my guys. They seem to think intelligence, if you can get as much intelligence as soon as possible as to the conditions down there, because we're looking to scope it out tonight. If you've got anything you can tell us, could you please let me know now? Or as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, if you're going there now, you're probably getting better intelligence than I can on the ground. What I was suggesting is that if you want a handful of lads to go with you, did you want lads who were better in a fight or lads who were better using their brains?
Oh, fight.
Um,
Oh, sorry, I mistook you. People in a fight,
That's all right.
please.
So I can send you big lads with big fists, or I can send you clever people who will improvise.
Yeah, big weapons and into ultra violence. I think we're going to need.
Big weapons and ultra violence.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
I can sort that out.
Awesome.
All right. I'll have 3 or 4 lads and some big guns ready for you on Thursday.
Awesome. You're a man. Cheers, Titch.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, come back up. Say, all right, guys. Titch is going to provide us with some muscle and some guns.
What, tonight?
Nope, Thursday. Tonight we're in on our own. He reckons we'll get more intelligence by going on our own.
Or do you want me to drive there, or do you want to take the bus?
I think we should have independent transport. Drive at least most of the way there. We can always park up and go on public or on foot.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get in the car.
Right, stop off at my place. I want to get out of this. I'm still in the fancy gear for the party. I need to get changed out of this because I want to give it back to Fashionista and I don't want to be recognised anywhere. And I want to get into my Wraith working clothes. Literally 2 minutes in. Watch it, Kira. I'm working. See you later. Out.
Right, I'm texting Miss Sunshine. I'm saying, need to see you got the other chip.
Roxanne.
I don't call
Miss
her
Johnson.
Roxanne.
Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson. Just to let her know.
Okay, she'll text back and say, good to hear. 2 down, 1 to go.
Go to text again, say, can I drop it off tonight?
Not,
No?
not free until 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Cool. No problem.
You want me to stack it in the attic for now?
Yes, please.
In the safe.
In your little hidey hole.
My little hidey hole.
Okay, so you're looking at probably about 10:30 before you leave the Rose and Crown. You have to sit outside with Wraith. Oh, where are you going to? They're going to all pile into the car, which currently is parked outside the Rose and Crown. And that means they're going to
A-grade's car, not the
A
pump car.
grade. Yeah, A grade's car. So where you can ask them to drop you off, A grade, at your door.
No, around the corner.
Okay.
I want to have a couple of turns because I'm still keeping it secret and private. So I know, they know within 3 or 4 blocks of where I live. But
Okay.
not the exact location of the block and not my apartment number or anything.
All right. So yeah, he has to be dropped off, and then you just have to sort of sit and wait for a little while he jogs back to his place, gets changed, quick interaction with Kira. Literally, oh, you're home. I'm working. Oh, okay.
I'll catch you later. I owe you a night out. I'll do it as soon as I can. All right. I'm tooling up though. I've got both the big fuck off hand cannon and the needle gun.
Okay.
Well, that's the point. Yeah, guns. We do have guns, don't we?
You've got
Getting that.
2 hand cannons and a Colt L35. L36, sorry.
Ruger Super Warhawk.
You've got 2 of those.
Best names ever.
Yeah, I've got a Ruger Super Hawk.
Yeah. And then there was the L36, which Bookworm had.
Yeah.
So, if I'm sitting down and not driving and chilling and eating lots of burgers and fries, does that count as resting to get quantum back?
If it's an hour.
Yeah. So,
And it's going to take an hour to drive.
yeah, if you sit quietly and don't engage in too much animated conversation and stuff like that. So if you just sort of sit in the back and close your eyes for an hour, then you can get it back.
I'm going to definitely ask Nico how she is able to meditate and where she learnt it, but that's for another time. I need to catch up with you and find that out. So how much do you get back for an hour's downtime?
2 plus node.
So it's 2 or 3 plus node?
2
2
plus
plus
node.
node.
And your node is 1. So you get 3 points back for an hour sitting quietly in the back of the car.
Unfortunately, I'm driving, so I can't meditate.
Yeah, you didn't spend 17 fucking quantum though, like this idiot.
I've spent 7.
Okay, so normally you have Nico driving, A-grade in the front seat, who's going to be very quiet, and then Scribe and Cass in the back. It's the happy crappy four-seater, four-door America, and you trundle your way downtown into the Docks District, and although you're not familiar with the Docks District, once you get very close, you can tell the America the address, and it can drive you near.
Yeah. Park up, not in the docks, somewhere just outside the docks district.
Okay. You will notice that as you get closer to the docks, there is an increased presence of gang members showing various colours there. Apologies. And yeah, you will notice that on certain street corners there will be gangs, two different sets of colours of gang members hanging around together on various corners. If you've got any sort of streetwise, you will notice there are rival gangs even hanging around together. These are gangs that are sworn to kill each other and destroy each other on sight. There are some places where red don't go, some places red's all they know. And yet here you are down in the docks, and you've got blue colours and yellow colours and gold colours and red colours all
Just make
intermingling.
a comment. Looks like we're on the right zone.
Yeah, not kidding. You see them? They were killing those just 3 days ago.
Mm.
That one there, called a blood hunt, whatever the fuck that is, pretentious fuckers, on him over there, and now they're sharing a drink together.
Well, it's pretty obvious this Genghis has got some influence.
Well, look at the abilities of Cleo.
Can, sorry. Yeah, that's my worry. Is he going to have the same sort of effect?
Well, she had it focused and concentrated, but well, look, he's already pulled this off.
Keep your
These
heads
people were
down,
killing
don't
each other
get too
yesterday.
close. Kill him if you can.
I really think it's going to be a lot more difficult to grab him. I think we're going to have to go for a kill from a distance.
And I still think he's going to be armoured. He's not going to be leave himself wide open like that. He's going to have some force field or
Can I
something.
find a parking spot that looks relatively safe near the docks? Because obviously there's gang activity. We don't want to leave our car.
Make me streetwise roll, please. In fact, actually, and also, who else has got streetwise?
Me.
Yeah, make me streetwise roll, please.
Woot! 2 successes on 3 dice.
I've got 2 streetwise.
Okay, you can make me roll as well, please.
Manipulation plus streetwise.
5.
You guys have streetwise?
I do.
1, 2,
Because we are.
3, 4, 5.
Jesus.
What's that? Is that a 7? I can't see fucking thing. 6.
I've got 2.
That's a good roll.
I roll 8 dice.
Two successes.
Out of 5 dice, yeah?
Out of 5 dice.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a street gang called the Rusted Stilettos. They dress in rust and black, and they are all trolls. They don't deal with any other gang, and yet there they are, stood shoulder to shoulder with some Red Rovers. And even more impressive, A-grade, you spot the unmistakable dark green and blue of a elf and only elf gang called the Ancients, who are notoriously xenophobic, and they are even hanging around with Rusted Stilettos, the troll gang that they're sworn to kill and destroy.
Wow.
This isn't a natural guy. I'll point this out without pointing. We've got single species xenophobic gangs talking, not killing.
Not kidding you, man. This is freaking me out. This is,
Keep
shit.
your eyes on the prize, guys. Stop freaking yourselves out. We can see what we can see. Let's just get this reconnaissance done. We need to take him out before Thursday if possible. Remember, we've got a lot of civilians back in Redmond relying on us. So I want you guys to fucking keep your minds on the objective.
Yeah, you don't need to pep talk
Any of
us.
our
I'm just,
civilians-
This is just as you were driving in. This is what you
No, I'm
noticed.
just replying to them.
yeah, and
The
again,
character
you don't need to pep talk us. We're emphasising how important
how
and
weird it
serious this is.
This is like the Catholics going for a march on the 12th of July. It doesn't happen. Never bloody happens.
Their
No,
reference
we'll
is
talk
lost
about it
on
after.
everybody else. The 12th of July, Catholics, is there some significance to that? Don't
Yeah.
hit me.
Yeah. The Orange Walk, the Protestants, they march through.
All I'm saying is we can obviously see this fucked up.
And it's a very anti-Catholic thing. So, yeah. So,
But right now, I'm trying to find a spot for us to fucking park so we don't lose our fucking car while we're not in the fucking car.
I think we need to be about 3 miles that way to find somewhere safe to park.
That's a long run back to a car.
Consider
You,
that, or we don't have a car.
it is, as you drive closer, it just gets worse, and you do realise you're going to have to park at least half a click away.
Find a spot as quickly as possible. Because
Okay.
my mind is not on worrying about these gangs so much as worrying about the civilians that they're going to fuck over if we don't do our job. That's in my head.
I don't think we're going to be able to make much headway walking. We're going to be challenged. They might be talking to each other. They're going to see us without any gang killers and just mug us for the fucking practice.
Fine. You guys stick together. I'll play bait. I can get myself out of there as long as they don't knock me out.
don't like it. To be sure.
I'm sorry. You may be freaking out and worrying about yourselves. I'm not worrying about ourselves. I am
Don't
worrying
assume
about
who
everyone.
I'm worrying about. Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, then
You
shut up.
go out there and get
Gangs
kicked to shit
first.
by all of those gangs, fine. What I'm saying is, maybe we should use our special talents that they've got no counter to and go fucking invisible and flying and do the reconnaissance.
Well, fucking do that. But all I'm hearing from you is worry, worry, worry. I don't need to worry. I want reconnaissance. I want this
Stop
guy
with
as
the
much as the rest
noise. It's
of us.
not worry, it's pointing out this is serious
And
ground.
I can fucking see it too. I've seen wars in Redmond just as much as you have. And I've
Let's
seen
park up
fucking
and get
bodies.
on with it. Do you really want the streets, or do you want to go somewhere else where those of us that can do it safely without being seen do it?
Fucking do you, mate, because I'm fucking sick of this worry. I just want eyes on this fucker as soon as possible. However
That's
it's
what I'm
done,
trying
I don't
to
give a
do.
flying fuck.
You're going to get your head kicked in the streets.
Go invisible and fly then, motherfucker.
Let's go. Let's park up and go.
That's what I'm fucking looking for.
So it takes a while. You have to go at least half a kilometre away from the Docks District before it gets remotely safe. There are large gang presence all around the Docks area. You find a parking spot. Yeah, you can park up here. It seems reasonably safe from where you are. You've got about half a kilometre walk to the Docks District. And if you go through any of the main roads, then you will pass various gangs who are stood on street corners. They're not hassling anyone. People can continue about their sort of evening stroll and everything. It's not like they're causing trouble, but there's definitely eyes on the roads all over the place.
Can we get the warehouse that we know they're going to be at up on GPS so we know where it is?
You can get, yeah, you've got a very good idea. It's going to be, it's in the centre of the warehouse district near the actual seafront. Sorry, I can't think of the word. You will have to walk past a handful, half a dozen at least, of other very large warehouses before you can get close to it.
Set off.
Okay, so you can walk, and as I say, you will walk past increasing numbers of gang members, both go gangs and street gangs. They're all just sort of out on the streets, hanging around street corners. Um, most of the time, it'll be one gang on a corner. But occasionally you will see a couple of gangs in different colours hanging around. There is a quiet sort of, they're not laughing and joking together, but they've obviously got a job and they're doing it together. You can imagine probably the individuals of various gangs are quite uncomfortable with what's happening, but there's no trouble going on between the gangs. And so you can walk at least up until you get close to the entrance of the dock district. Now, the dock district has a couple of very large roads where all the lorries go, and they have like those arches, just metal big signages above the main roads, and it's at those places where if people try and walk in, it seems like the gangs are appearing to be threatening and not letting people easily into the docks district. However, there are various trucks that just drive through because business goes on, and the gangs aren't stopping the business; they're just stopping individual pedestrians from entering the dock district. You see this from a street away, a block away.
Well, Egret, do you think you could get in there and have a quick mooch around?
I can, or we could heist a truck and drive in.
Too risky, man. Too risky. But you with your invisible powers, what we're looking for is they're going to have a warehouse that they're prepping, and that's our target. If we can find
What I
that.
would love to be able to do is to get to the warehouse and then find you guys and bring you through so that the teleporters amongst us have the place zeroed in. So it isn't just me who knows the coordinates. Do you want to hold up somewhere that I can register the place so I can get back to you?
Well, take the teleport. Yeah, get there and come back to us. And
That's going to cost you a lot of energy. If you want to do it that way, the best thing to do is to take Bookworm with you invisible.
and portal it.
Because that will
Work
be
for
less
it.
energy for all of us.
I'm willing to spend the energy, but that's a wiser way to spend it. Dude, you want to go scouting invisible through hostile gang territory?
Maybe.
I'm saying it like you've got a choice. Where do you guys want to be? Oh. No, if I just get Bookworm there, he can register it and then create a warp portal, can't you?
Yep.
Are you ready? Hand on your shoulder. Achieve. And invisible.
Good point.
Okay, so yeah,
Yes,
don't forget you'll have to
Shit,
maintain
content.
physical contact
Yeah.
all the time, or else Bookworm will pop back into visibility. So you need to hold hands as you're doing your scouting. Romantic walk down the docks.
This is why we're invisible, because otherwise. So how much is achievement? So,
1 point.
guys,
Just
1
one.
point.
And then 2 for your invisibility.
I'm back up to 17. So yeah, get to the warehouse that we've been told about that we think is the nerve centre where it's going to be kicking off tomorrow.
Okay, both got to make a perception. So you walk past the guys that are guarding the main street entrance to the docks district. You walk the just less than half click or so past 5 or 6 warehouses. The gang presence here is almost ubiquitous. There are all sorts of gangs. There's bikes parked everywhere. There's colours all over the place. You will even actually both make me a awareness roll, please.
Yes.
Is that perception plus awareness?
Yes.
Mhm.
Ooh, we'll get the thing. You don't want to watch this. Oh, a 10. Ooh. A 10.
4 total.
Oh, I've got
Okay.
negative perception. One auto, so 2.
Two. All right. You both, in whispered conversation, agree that at street level there are eyes everywhere. There's no way you can go at street level that will take you out of visibility. Even dipping down the alleyways between the big warehouses, there are even guard gangs in these alleyways. So at street level, there's absolutely no way you can come in here unnoticed.
Fucking hell.
You start to turn your eyes towards rooftops, and Bookworm, occasionally, not on every rooftop, but on every third rooftop, there is a gang member on a rooftop as well. There
Jeez.
are maybe you might be able to find one or maybe 2 places on a rooftop if you could get up there and have a look around. But it even looks like there are gang members with maybe not sniper rifles, but high-powered rifles on
Yeah.
rooftops.
Fuck. This ain't gonna work, is it?
Not on foot. Come here. Get on my back, piggyback. Fly.
All right.
So that's
So maybe a
another
fly roll.
buttload of fucking quantum.
Well, you're already tuned to him, so that's
Yes.
okay. So it's just a fly. So you just need 2 points for flying. And
And
you can
the flight roll is dexterity plus flight, which I don't have very many of. Dexterity
3
3 and flight
and fly
1.
1. So 4 dice.
Ooh, that's not very many dice. Ooh, 2 successes, but 1 1, so 1 success.
Is all you need. You take off. You're a bit wobbly with him. You never carried somebody by flying. You're certainly not going to be doing any sort of aerial acrobatics. It's but yes, you take off. It's a little wobbly, and your landing similarly isn't the most graceful of landings, but you get up onto a rooftop. Once you're up there, I need you both to make me another awareness roll, please.
Oh fuck. 1 8 and 1 1. So a flat 0, but not a botch.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Bookworm?
Oh, sorry. Yes. What's my rolling for this? Where's my fucking shit? Again. What am I rolling, sir?
Awareness and perception.
Same again. Oh, okay. Yeah. That one there. Oh, there again.
Sorry, 1 auto.
Oh, yeah, you got one
One
auto, have you? 4 successes again.
Okay. So yeah, again, once you get up there, A grade, you spot somebody up on a roof. Not on the roof that you're on, thank goodness. But somebody who will, if he just turns his head around, would spot you if you weren't invisible. Bookworm, you have take a little longer to have a look, and you reckon 2 buildings over, there's a spot there behind the chimney stacks that might hide you from the 3 other people up here that you can spot.
Right, dude, look over that way.
Yep.
Past those chimney stacks. Right, can you take us over there?
Yes.
We need to get-
Does that
we
mean
need
one
to
of
get
the flight roll?
We're still flying, aren't we?
No, you can land and take off. You're not doing something completely different. I'll allow you just to sort of take off and go over there and hop over.
The way we're going, is it still towards the warehouse? That's the ultimate goal.
Pretty much, it's towards and slightly parallel to, so it is closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
When when we get there, is it obvious that we can't be seen anymore, or are we still at risk?
As far as you're aware, Bookworm, this is the only blank spot that you can find easily. You can see the roof of the building in question, but you can't quite see the ground floor because there's too many buildings in the way from where you are. So this is a place where you could probably port in and out of, but it's not a place that you can keep eyes on the comings and goings of the building.
Yeah, yeah. We will, yeah. What do you reckon, dude? We're not
Do you want to try and get even closer?
as long as we're staying invisible, yes. We
Yeah,
can scout any way you like.
it's going to be draining energy like fucking crazy. I've got enough for an emergency, but it is an emergency now.
You don't have to spend for flight again unless you're more than however many rounds on the ground.
All right. I'd really love to be able to get eyes on the actual, the HQ that they're going to meet at.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's our best option, isn't it, to know exactly what we're facing. I mean, getting in quietly or unseen is one thing, but knowing where we're going to end up, what the shit's going to be like when we get there.
Okay, let's carry on trying. We don't need to land. We just want to see if we can see the
Flyby.
I don't think there's going to be anywhere we can hide on the roof of it.
So we're just doing a flyby then.
Just a flyby, just to register it. So if we have to, we could teleport there, and you could warp there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because there's nothing stopping you warping there and pushing a buttload of explosives through.
Yes,
If
that
we get
is
'em.
true. That is true.
I'm
What else?
thinking back to Nico's idea of the fire, and I just want to set fire to one of the fucking motorbikes.
Fuck's sake.
They'll fucking drive anywhere and they've got no transport.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
just a quick recap for power. You get quantum plus power in turns as part of maintenance, where you can do something else. So for your quantum 5 plus your power 1, that gives you 30. That gives you 6 turns, which is 36 seconds. If you land and have a look around, if you then take off within 36 seconds of you landing, it doesn't cost you any more. However, if you enter a dangerous situation, combat, anywhere where I ask you to roll initiative, the next time you want to take off will cost you again.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the scene, so when you leave this place, when you leave the docks district, that'll be the end of the scene, and it would cost you again.
Again to go back.
So
Yes.
as long as you're landing and letting Bookworm having a quick look around and then taking off again, it's not going to cost you any more. You
Right.
can only spend 36 seconds on the ground, and then you have to pop up again.
Yeah, yeah.
Take off, clock the HQ warehouse, get a damn good view of it so I could teleport there if I needed to, and then get out. Do you agree?
Okay,
Bookworm?
so as you take off, you can go slightly higher than everybody else. You'll notice that there are 3 prime positions on rooftops that will give you an unrestricted view of the target where you need, the comings and goings of that, and all the approaches. Every single one of those 3 points have gang members on them. They've already scoped this place out. They've already found the best places to park, and they've already got boys and girls up on those roofs. They are all seem to be carrying long or high-powered rifles. None of them are snipers rifles, but they're big enough and long enough to cause problems at range.
Yeah, don't necessarily have to be a sniper rifle if you're unloading an entire fucking round from clip from an assault rifle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're carrying the equivalent of an M16 or an AK-47 or something like that.
Oh,
So they could pepper the ground with bullets.
mm.
I'm gonna clock those 3. Clock the roof of the HQ because I could get there when invisible, but I think that's it. Nobody else could, and get back to where we left the other 2.
As I said,
Yep.
the place behind the chimney stacks that Bookwork found is probably safe enough to open to portal into, whether it's a warp or a teleport. But then leaving behind those chimney stacks, you're either going to have to use stealth rolls or be invisible.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you put us out of here, mate? I'm getting knackered.
Yeah, I can take a
You
save.
can fly back.
You fly back, it won't cost you any more.
Yeah, still the
Oh,
same
okay.
thing.
Yeah, you can fly. You know that.
Fly back.
Land, sleep.
Land and appear.
Yeah. And fill them in. How they have every vantage point. They aren't necessarily a sniper, but it's somebody with a big fuck off gun. They are wall to wall down there. Somebody with, I wouldn't say military, but firearms experience has known where to place the shooters.
Did you see the building?
I
Yep.
saw the building and we could both get there, but listen, the only place safe to teleport whilst being visible is 2 buildings back and up on a roof.
What about putting a portal on the roof of the building, and we go in and drop straight into
You'll be
the
seen. You'll be seen straight away.
They
No,
have
yeah,
people
no,
up there
no.
as well.
We'll. You put the portal so that we drop through the roof.
That's not how the portal works.
No.
We'll come out.
So you'd have
I'd
to.
have to put the
inside.
portal inside the building. I don't know what it's like in there.
Yeah, bollocks.
I could send you through a fucking table.
That's a bollock.
Unless you had X-ray vision.
Yeah.
Or you put a portal on the roof, we drop a bomb on top of it, close the portal around, let it blow, and then we go. Just thinking out loud.
I mean, look. We can.
Well, do you want to see if I can get in as some sort of drunk streetwalker?
Tell you what, I'm going to pick my phone up, going to text Freya, say change of plan, need to meet you ASAP.
Yeah.
Where? So.
Okay, give me a sec.
Because
And
we don't
joking
know what
aside-
she's capable of. I want to have a chat with her and see what she can actually do.
I'm in Underworld 93. So Underworld 93 is a big nightclub in downtown Seattle.
Downtown.
It's multi-floor. It's always buzzing.
In Red, the north of Redmond, you said.
Oh, sorry, not Underworld 93. Then it'll be one of the other places. Give me a sec.
No worries.
Which is in a nightclub in downtown Seattle. From where you are, it's probably a 10-minute drive or a half-hour walk.
Mm.
I'll give you the name in a second.
Well, it's up to you guys. We can either leave it now, or I can see if I can just do a bit of surreptitious drunk girl lost her way.
Yeah.
Go for it. The more we have eyes on it and the more the people
Kaz?
that
Can I
Teleport
borrow
in.
your flask a minute?
Of course you can, my dear. There you go.
Sip,
Fill it round. Yeah.
swallow, pass it back.
Thank you. Sip. Put it in my pocket.
Right.
on my screen, you two are next to each other. So when you did that and Cass took it, it looked like you were actually fucking handing it to each other.
Cool. Right.
So yeah, she's at Club Penumbra, which is a downtown club.
Penumbra. Right. Half an hour walk, you say.
Well, it's up to you. You can either stick around or I'll come and join you in a
I
bit.
need to go and have a chat with this young lady and find
All
out
right, stay in touch.
what she actually can do. She might be quite useful.
So, do I need a performance role for this drunk, or am I good enough barmaid that I know how people act when they're drunk?
You'll need a performance role.
Do I want to be sexy? Yeah, I want to be sexy.
Go for a week.
Oh, yes. You negate. 3 successes.
Okay. So you stagger up to the entrance of the docks district.
I'm a bit lost. Can you help me, boys?
What are you looking for?
There was a party.
There's no party in here tonight, love. Sorry, chicken legs, you'll have to walk home.
Can I stay for a bit, please?
You can sit down here.
Oh, thank you. Switch my X-ray vision on. Look in the gates.
Marple.
You're not close enough, unfortunately. It's some way in.
It's just getting the lay of the land.
Okay, so yeah, you can see a number of, at 220 meters, you can see a number of warehouse buildings and a lot of motorbikes and a lot of skeletons.
Any certain warehouses that look like they've got more interesting metal than others?
Not that you can see easily. I mean, some of them obviously are full of big old shipping containers, and some of them have got much more smaller pieces of storage. It's difficult to tell what everything is, and of course the storage containers are quite a thick metal, and although you can see through them somewhat, after a couple of them it clouds your vision too far, so you can only see through one or two of these shipping containers before you can't see any further. Almost everybody, almost all the skeletons that are walking around have at least one small firearm. Some even have bigger weapons that they're carrying around with them.
How much cyberware am I seeing?
Sporadic. There's a lot of eyes, quite a number of ears, and the odd limb. But it's not everyone everywhere.
Tend to pass out for a minute on the door.
Okay. You will be largely ignored by the gangs there.
That's fine. Just wanted to get as close as possible. And listen in while I'm sleeping.
Okay. Yeah, well, they'll start chatting with each other. They're doing sort of 3-hour shifts, and then they'll be relieved by someone else. There is some chatter about people just sort of waiting for the big meeting on Thursday. Their job at the moment is to secure this location. The boss, which is all they ever call him, the boss wants this place secured for at least 48 hours. That's why we're here tonight. Oh, the meeting's not till Thursday. Why are we here on Tuesday night? The boss said he wants this place secured for at least 48 hours. Okay. And everyone's going to be there? Yeah, everyone's going to be there. There's going to be fights, surely. Well, we've got a big fight coming up, so let's waste our energy on that and not on squabbles. But yeah, it looks like they're here purely to secure the area for 48 hours before the boss even turns up. You also get the impression that he's not there.
Wait. A good amount of time. Pick up myself awake. Ooh. Where am I?
Ducks.
How did I get here? Where's Jeff?
You're pretty much being ignored. Don't have time for you.
I'm just acting drunk and out of place, and I've got some information. I will get up.
Downtown's that way, love. Maybe.
And I go that way
Your heart and fluid.
and do the stagger off into the shadows.
You might get a wolf whistle as you walk away.
Just keep going. Around the corner, straighten up, find A grade and thing, and pass on the information. They're still securing the docks. They want it secure for the next 48 hours, which means they're still in planning process. They're not anticipating any infighting. They seem to be concentrating on the big fight on Thursday, but I think that's a good sign that they're still trying to secure this location before Thursday. So it's not fully secure yet.
I hate to see what their idea of being secure is, because that is scaring me.
Well, if you want to get
Jesus.
this sorted out before Thursday, that means we're running out of time.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
fellas. You know, when I met this Freya and we were talking,
Are you there? I thought you fucked off to
I'm
the
just
bar.
about, yeah, I'm just about to go. I was waiting on you returning.
Okay.
But she was quite adamant that she was going to take him out. Now, if she's that confident, she must have some. I'm sure she's capable of doing it, and me might just need to get her there to do the job.
It
Against
sounds
this
like
many? No. Remember, she took on Global Technologies and took a hit.
She was betrayed. That's why she's not happy about
Global
it.
Technologies didn't have as much security as this.
yeah.
Yeah, but she was betrayed. She was left behind by Mr. Khan.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying she won't want to take a hit, but I don't think she'll be able to do it on her own.
No,
It's
but,
not the motivation, Cat, it's the capability.
well, that's what I want to go and find out.
You never know, she might be fucking ICBM level in the intercontinental ballistic magic.
Absolutely. That's
Well-
what I'm thinking. But we've also got to make sure that she leaves enough of them that we get the chip.
To be honest, I'd be happy with turning in a degraded nasty chip if our fucking home
Well,
turf
let's see.
stayed safe.
Right, I'm going to head off then to...
Do you want us to come with you?
You can come if you want, if you fancy a drink. We're going to the Penumbra.
Well, get in the car. Get in
Yeah.
the fucking car.
Awesome.
Quick streetwise. Get back then. Quick streetwise roll for everyone who's got streetwise.
Oh, fucking hell, that means it's going to kick off. And we're gonna get
-1.
Negative one.
You've never been there. You don't know anything about it.
It's fine, there's no problems.
Got two.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me where to go.
In fact, as far as you're concerned, didn't Penumbra shut down last year?
Two successes.
Is it still open?
On the drive there, I'll also say some of them are cybered up, but not all of them. Most of them have cyber eyes. That seems to be the most common.
Jesus Christ. A 7 and a 10, but 2 1s, so I'll just take the 1 auto. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I
On
got
8
Okay.
dice.
On a streetwise, you have Mega
On
Man.
8 dice. Fucking 2 successes cancelled by 2 1s.
Yeah, but you don't have Mega Manipulation, do you?
I don't, do I? I got a flat nothing.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking perception again.
two successes, whatever that gets me, please.
Yeah, 2 successes will get you the fact that not only is this one of Seattle's oldest, longest standing nightclubs, there is also a reasonably popular place for Shadowrunners to hang out.
Oh, cool.
What was the name of the club again?
Penumbra.
Penumbra. Penumbra, Shadowrunners. Gotcha.
I hate on this car journey. I hate to say it, but I don't think we can wait till Thursday. If they're still securing the base and they want to get it secured by Thursday,
Problem
We
is,
cannot
Nico, he's not going to be there till Thursday.
well, we need to find out where it is then.
Find him an advance and pop a cap in his ass.
That might be difficult, but we could try, but at least we've got a definite he's going to be there. So let's find out what Freya
It's
knows.
just as secure as it is now, it's going to be even more secure Thursday.
Yeah, but we really don't know. He could be anywhere.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out from Freya.
Okay, so
Freya doesn't know.
Penumbra. It's Tuesday night. It's fairly quiet as far as nights goes, but that doesn't mean it's still not banging in there. There is a queue of 4 or 5 people waiting to get in. You stand in queue for all of 4 or 5 minutes before you're let in. It's a 20 new yen cover charge to get in. Each 20 new yen. Bookworm, as long as you've got the money. I know it's cred stick. It's no cash downtown.
Okay.
It's all cred stick. As long as you've got a cred stick to flash with 20 new yen to pay, they won't ask you your age.
Yeah.
You are quite happy to be let in.
I believe I have to.
Okay, so 20 new yen off a cred stick of your choice, and you can get in. Inside, they've got an impressive lighting array, laser display, screens everywhere showing latest videos. The music is banging, and the club is reasonably full. There is a bar where it's not too difficult to get a drink. It's not three deep. It's not a Friday night, but you can get in and you can orientate yourself about the place, grab yourself a drink, and start looking around for Freya. Uh, it won't take long before at least one of you spots her.
But me and Bookworm are the only two who know what she looks like.
That's a good point. So we'll take one of you two, but it seems you've both got mega perception. I'm not going to ask for a roll. But sooner or later you spot her and you can point her out to the others. And it is a thing with elves is that they're from anything from 18 to 60, they look young. So you've got this random young looking elf woman with very long blonde hair, sat in a corner drinking a drink, watching various people gyrate on the dance floor.
Right, well,
The music here isn't as loud as it was at the party for those that were at the party.
right, well, I'm going to go up to her and say, "You're right there, love. Is there somewhere we can talk where no one else can hear us? I.e., quiet space."
Yeah, let's go upstairs. There's 2 floors, but the upstairs is more like a balcony area. So it's about 3 deep in tables, and you can look out over the main dance floor and the floor below. She goes upstairs. She finds a table that you can all sit around in a corner, and then she grabs a small amulet from around her neck, puts her hands over it, says something, and all of a sudden it goes very, very quiet, and all the music that was banging is incredibly muffled.
Awesome.
And she says, "We can speak privately now."
Awesome, Freya. Listen, love. Right, we found out where he's going to be. You've told us that. We've
Yes.
scoped it out. It's not going to be easy. What I need to know is, what can you... You said you want to take him out yourself, but what can you actually do?
Okay, so 2 things. One is good news and one is bad news.
Go.
Which do you want first?
Guys?
Always the bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news
Bad
first.
news first. He clearly has a mage helping him because he's being shielded from being tracked by me. I only know he's going to be there on Thursday because of my street contacts. I've tried to track him on 3 separate occasions, and I am being blocked. So he has a mage very close to him at all times. That's the bad news.
All right.
The good news is what I can do. I can summon elementals. I could make an earth elemental tear itself up from the concrete and the floor and lay waste to any one of those buildings. However, it is not a scalpel, it is a sledgehammer. I can cause mayhem, but I can't necessarily kill him specifically.
That actually might be useful.
I think so.
I think if we tear it up tonight, that's going to delay their plans. He's still trying to secure the location by Thursday. Tear it up tonight, that's going to fuck up his plans.
But then
And
we
kill as
lose
many
him.
of the
He won't
gangers as
turn up
possible.
on Thursday. We
Is
need
that a
him.
problem to you? They
No.
want to come into Redmond and
That's a
fuck
benefit
us
of the plan.
That's part 1 of the... That's part 2. Our main priority is to get that bleeding chip. We need him.
Cass, dude, with all due respect, my priority has shifted to stopping the fucking armed invasion of our home turf. If we get the chip, it's a bonus. I don't mind turning in a damaged fucking husk.
I'm also thinking of our reputation. If we get...
Our reputation's solid. We've done 2 out of 3, and the last one is impossible.
It's not impossible.
it's not impossible. He's not there. What I'm saying is, if we tear it up tonight, we tear up the zone that they wanted to get secure over the next 48 hours. That's going to delay their plans. If she can summon an earth elemental and fuck up all their equipment, fuck them, fuck up their bikes, fuck up their guns, fuck them up, that's going to cause a delay. And that might actually bring him out of hiding because he will want to change focus onto whoever's coming from him. So no offense to Freya, you may end up playing bait, but we could be your bodyguards.
So what do you reckon for?
All I need is to be able to see the location where you want the Earth Elemental to be summoned to. So I can't do it here in the club and have the Earth Elemental walk from the club to the docks. That would gain too much. But if you get me into a place, a rooftop or something like that, where I can see the ground, I can summon it to tear itself up from underneath.
So if we were hypothetically to create a portal, and you walk your elemental in onto a rooftop, that would be okay with it? Or do you have to keep? Do you need to keep eye contact with this thing?
No. I can summon it and tell it to rampage. I mean, I can steer it if I can see. If I can see, I can steer it. But if he goes out of contact, as long as his last instruction is rampage, then I can maintain it as long as I'm not interrupted or my concentration is broken. So you'd have to find me somewhere relatively quiet.
Wraith, how much energy have you got left? How tired are you feeling? Do you need a couple of hours rest and do this in the AM?
That wouldn't work. I've got enough in the tank for an
Would it be
emergency.
better for Scribe to do it?
But Scribe,
Can't keep her invisible. She said she needs to see the location to summon the elemental.
Good point.
Right.
Can I
but
just
you
say,
see it through
this
the
is
portal.
all very nice talking like this, but there isn't a spell in the world that can teleport. It's not possible.
Yes, sir.
no.
But the
No, dear.
portal isn't a teleport. It's a gateway.
What?
Don't
No,
worry about it, Freya.
Don't
You'll
worry about the tentacles.
soon enough.
We'll take care of that. If we can get you within eyesight of eyeline on the warehouse, and you summon an elemental, earth elemental, and turn it to rampage, we can make sure that you are not seen, and that you've got line of sight onto it, and it can tear up bikers, bikes, everything. My only question for you is, how often can you do that level of spell?
Once a day, and it stays active as long as I can concentrate on it. I can summon it for about an hour if I've got somewhere quiet to sit and maintain the spell.
Couple of hours break, burger, pint, early in the morning, like Nico said. I'm doing the plan.
Okay.
Because if we just tear up his place, he'll just find somewhere else.
But that'll
It
give
doesn't
us more
stop him.
time. At the moment, we're still worried about Redmond. If he hits Redmond, as much as they can prepare, it's going to be bloodshed of civilians.
Yes.
If we
your
can delay
elemental
that,
tears up-
we can prepare further. And
If
if
your
we can
elemental
bait
tears up the
him,
bikers, his
because
foot
you're,
troops,
if we can bait him because he's after you, we can keep eyes on you.
would he
Don't
know
forget,
that
I
it's-
said I would work with you if we are going to take him down.
Oh God, yeah. But we need to get him out, and you said you can't track him.
I can't track him now.
So what's going to grab his attention if you cast a spell that he knows you can cast, and he's going to come looking for you?
Can he track you?
I can leave you a token and you can tune magically to it.
Yeah, no, but can he track you? Can this other mage track you?
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, he can when I'm asleep.
Mm,
Hmm.
doesn't sound ideal.
Well, I'm happy to stick with Freya. I'll be her bodyguard. You know I can get her out of harm's way.
Oh, good, yeah.
But getting her into location, that's your job, A-grade. And you need sleep. You need rest.
Look, I
Scribe.
kept enough in the tank for an emergency in this case. If we fuck it up and kill as many of his foot troops, you know, everyone we kill is one less rampaging through our home, killing our friends. Also, the added benefit, it draws him out. It tells him someone's fucking with his plans. it makes him careless and angry.
The thing is, we take down that warehouse. Okay, he's gonna have a stage or whatever built up in there, but there won't be many people inside it. They're all
Yeah, but
out.
there'll be a
They're
lot.
all out in the streets.
At the moment, Q, they're still setting up and they're setting up security. If we knock that off balance, it's going to change his plans. It's going to force him to change his plans. At the moment, it's going smoothly from him. We throw a spanner in the works, he's going to have to improvise. And at the moment, if we can draw him out by making him think that Freya's pissed off,
If you can guarantee your safety, then fine. I'm up for it.
Because originally I was thinking we'd get the good lass Freya to summon the Earth Elemental right when he's having the meeting.
but
Right
that's
when
going to
you
be
know he's
Thursday.
in there. No, that's what I'm saying. That's leaving it too late. That's not good enough. We go in there now, we smash up the building, but if she's got line of sight on the fucker, it's tearing up the people. It's tearing up their bikes, their HQ. I'm not hearing a downside. If
Well,
necessary, do
as
both.
long as we can guarantee her safety, because he's going to come looking for her. That's
They won't have everybody there tonight. They might have more people tomorrow night, but they will have everybody there on Thursday
But it
night.
might be a blow to morale. It might fuck them up.
Mm,
If you want to get rid of his army won't turn up until Thursday. At the moment, you've got the security people there, you've got a crew, but I wouldn't say it's everybody.
What I'm
Everybody.
saying is, yes, taking out his army if we can't get to him, that's ideal. But if we can force his hand and get him to reveal himself before Thursday, we can cut off the head of the snake. At the moment, it's all Thursday, and that's not playing into our hands. We need this to play into our hands.
I
Now,
don't know what his mage is capable of. He's clearly got a pet mage who's protecting him, but I don't know what else that pet mage can do. He could send air elementals looking for me. He could send all sorts of things to find me. I don't know what he's capable of. He might be poor. He
Scribe.
might be brilliant.
Scribe. Bookworm.
What?
Have you? What's the chances of being able to teleport to the quantum realm?
I can't teleport.
No, not teleport to portal. And hide
there is
her.
no quantum round.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of a way of hiding her. Is there any way we can hide her somewhere where?
well,
If I stay with her, I can bodyguard her.
then there's the other point. He's got a fuckload of range. If he touches down somewhere the other side of the world, how much control do you have of where you portal to?
If I've got concentration time, pretty good. But I've got to know the place, haven't I?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Going there would be a problem. Coming back wouldn't be.
Hello,
If
dog.
she's 10,000 miles away, it's going to be a pain to get her assassinated when she's that far away. And we can cross the distance instantaneously. I really, really want to take Freya there tonight and smash everything up. But it's not his army. It's not him.
Yeah, but
I'm
his
worried
army
about
aren't.
what he'd do.
I know what you're saying, and I know why you're worrying, but here's the fact. Here is the pure fact. If we wait, he has all the fucking advantage. All of it.
I hear that. I hear that.
I would say if you want an earth elemental to rampage, the best time to do that will be just before he goes on stage, because his entire army will be there, and my elemental can cause problems. Although, if his pet mage can then summon something that'll fight my earth elemental, he might slip out unseen. So if he's not there, I can do more structural damage. If he's there and his pet mage is capable, he might be able to nullify what I can do. I don't know.
Yeah. Compared to bikers with AK-47s, how tough is an air
Nothing.
elemental?
Tough enough. Tough enough.
Because don't forget, if I get a night's sleep, I could sneak in there and stake out the inside and know where the layout of that entire warehouse. I'm a sniper's nest. Lace's fucking podium in C4. My instincts are screaming to get in there now and fuck it up. But
Well, I mean, I could, if you could get me close enough, I could fuck it up. I could tear through the walls of the warehouse and I could just smash everything in there. And handgun fire won't bother.
At the moment, you've got to balance this up, right? We wait till Thursday. If we fuck up, and if, as Freya says, his mage is as powerful as her, they've still got an army that goes through Redwood.
Yes.
If we fuck them up tonight, we force his hand. We force him to come looking for Freya, and as long as one of us is near her at all times, if you're willing, then we can force him out, because he will send people to come for her.
If his mage is good and you are happy to say you can defend me against a raging air elemental he sends after me, then yeah.
You know I can get her out of the way.
I know you can. Fuck it, you convinced me. We need to force something.
You've asked me what I can
before
do.
Thursday.
You've asked me what I can do. Now let me ask you, what can you do? Who's the mage amongst you?
You.
No,
Technically, we're kind of different.
Okay.
we're gonna need you to, swear secrecy. And I mean swear.
You show me something impressive enough for me to swear secrecy, and I will swear secrecy.
Okay. What do
Oh.
you think is impossible?
Were you talking about teleporting earlier? I'd like to see that if you can do it.
Well, not publicly. That'll draw too much attention.
Are you telling me you can teleport?
We both can. A point to Rafe.
I'll open a warp back to Cass's place.
I can see
Not in the
that.
middle of the, not in the middle of the club, mate.
I don't have any cyberware. A small trick I can do now. Put your hands under the table and put out a number of fingers, and I will tell you exactly how many fingers you're holding out.
She puts her hand under a table. She's holding out 8 fingers.
8.
You can see through tables.
So Freya, my girl, can you detect if she's using any magic?
Give me a second.
All right. Do your prep.
She says something in Elvish. She sticks her hands under the table again. Tell me again.
Say a number, whatever it is.
Yeah. Interesting. And you're not wearing, and you haven't got cyber eyes either.
Nope. I've got a tail.
Yeah, well, I believe you can have those surgically added at
Nothing's
various
magical
places.
about mine.
Listen,
Okay.
where do you
All
want to
right,
go
then.
back to rest up and prepare? Because I'm prepared to take her the quick way. Because I don't think anything else will truly convince her.
I'll take her the quick way. You need to. Oh, I'm the only one who can fucking
Oh,
drive.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just going to go back to where I live.
Are you okay if I stay with you? I'll be happy to show you tricks tonight.
Okay.
I'd feel better if there was more than one of us who knew where she lived to get back in case it kicks off tonight.
Well, lads,
That's up to you, Freya.
You know what I mean?
I live in the Elven district, which is next to the University district.
I've got to meet Mrs. Johnson tomorrow
4 p.m.
at 4 p.m.
Are we going to kick off with the elemental tonight? We've been discussing it and it's gone around. And there a lot of
Are we
views.
ready for the repercussions tonight?
No, maybe not.
I've not cast anything today. I can do that and a few other tricks tonight if you want.
It's up to you. I'm just putting it out there. If we wait, we run a risk. We run a risk if we do it now, but we may be able to force him out of his hiding because he'll be pissed. And if he's warlording it, he'll want to show his strength and he'll want to show his boys he's the big man. So fucking up his plans and getting out, that doesn't show him up as a big man.
We can't afford to stay passive until Thursday and have a big kick-off on Thursday. We've got to do shit now.
Have you got a vehicle? Can you follow me?
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on. Are we going to do the visit to the warehouse and kick off with
You
the
need to
Earth
rest,
Elemental when we
don't
come
you?
back?
It's still 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's close to midnight, but it's not any much later than that. I've got my bike in outside. I was going to drive back to my place. You're welcome to follow me. Once we're back at my place, I can activate my hermetic circle. You can show me your tricks, and if needs be, we can go back to the Dark District later.
I like her thoughts. Let's do that. Because we can always get Scry to open the doorway, and she goes through that.
But she
Does
won't
her
be.
tricks. Comes back as soon as.
But from what you said of the rooftop, you need to be invisible for that.
There's one place you can get to, but I don't mind if he does the portal. I'll make her invisible.
His portal only stays up for so long.
6
Yeah.
If you're
seconds.
with
I
her,
can,
then you're
can-
with her.
I can text him. Push comes to shove, I've still got enough juice in the tank to jump back myself.
Yeah, and if you get an hour's rest or two, is what I'm
Oh
saying.
no, I'm totally saying. Hours rest, totally. Fucking go for it. We follow Freya on her bike back to her place. We take a couple of hours. Then we open the warp door, go through it. She raises Earth Elemental, fucks up everything that we can see, and we come back and get a good night's sleep.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy for you to know where I live, because if you can do what you say you can do, I want to see it. Come on, follow me.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, the quiet table that you were sat around is suddenly filled with noise again. She downs a drink, she stands up, and she starts to leave the club.
that was really disconcerting. We're sitting there talking normal, and whoosh, the sound comes back in.
Yeah. And this is like a wall noise. It's like somebody accidentally switched an amp on with the volume up full.
Ah!
It's just like bang. Woo. Okay, so she goes outside of Club Penumbra. She walks across the road, half a block down. There's a rather expensive Japanese racing motorbike. She pulls the skid lid off the side. That's chained onto the side. She puts it on.
Well, we know what Nico wants for Christmas.
And she looks at you to get in some sort of vehicle to follow her.
Get the
Fine,
car.
vehicle.
Okay. She looks at the vehicle, realizes that she's not going to be able to tear off like a batata. That car won't be able to keep up, and so she slowly drives back out north, past the University District, slightly west of that, up to the Elven District, and goes up to a block of flats there. This place has got a lot more wildlife. There's trees parked in the sidewalk, and in little, those little squares. Trees in this, and everything's got a window box, if not a garden outside. And she takes you to the Elven District and goes to a condo, her flat, and she leads you in. She goes up 3 flights of stairs to a flat, opens the door, and inside it's a large part of the living room. There is no furniture. There's just a very large rug. And she walks in, and she says a few words, and the rug rolls up and moves off to the side, and underneath it's painted a circle full of magical sigils that you barely recognize what anything is. It's quite large. It's 10, 15 foot across easily, so you can all stand in. She beckons you into the circle. And then she says a few more words, and a dome around the circle springs up that is semi-transparent and sparkles with magical oranges. He says, "I can't be traced in here."
take my coat off, reveal the tail, and then walk over to her and just turn and say, if you want to check, there's no metal in my tail.
Yeah, I believe you.
So, are we going to chill until we've regained some images and then do it?
I've got some energy left, and I'm happy to meditate in a bit. So if you want me to do the teleporting, I'll teleport. I'm guessing best to stay inside the steel. So
To be honest, I don't think Cooperman knows about you, or does he?
not yet.
So you can go wherever you want. I'm staying inside the circle so that no one can track me.
Okay, I will attune because it's been longer than a scene. Can I walk inside the tip?
And what?
Can I walk back inside the seal once I've left?
Yes.
Quick 1 point X-ray vision. Look to a side room. Teleport through.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. You teleport into the bathroom, which is just over there. She seems genuinely surprised and shocked that you just disappeared. But at the same time, she does say something again, quietly under her breath in Elvish.
Look at me as I open the bathroom door.
Yes. Yeah. Because she's checking to see if you've just turned invisible. Once you come through the bathroom door, her eyes widen. And she says, "That's impressive. How do you do that? You didn't even cast a spell." Okay. All right. Then you can take people with you.
Oh, yeah. Our aims align. Our power is at your disposal if we can get this fucker.
I'll drop my nat human skin and go blue.
Again, it surprises her. I am more likely to believe you now when you start talking about stuff that I think is impossible. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I don't know about the others, but if we do plan to do it this morning, I want as much energy as possible to help out. So I will let the other guys do the talking while I just take a little sit down.
I just hit things.
He's very strong. If you've got anything that's really strong and you don't mind being broken, you can show you.
After your latest demonstration, I will believe you.
So, chill out for a couple of hours, regain energy, and do it in the small hours.
I'm happy to do that.
And it's getting close to 10:30.
Probably,
Oh,
in
yeah.
that case,
Yeah.
a wise place to say, you're welcome to just sit here. In fact, if you want to grab some chairs and drag them into the circle, as I say, I'd rather not leave.
You got anything to drink, love?
Yeah, all sorts of juices, fruit juices.
No, something to drink. You know,
Drink.
a drink.
I think there's a bottle of vodka on one of the cupboards. Go to the kitchen, check the bottom cupboards. There might be most of a bottle of vodka down there somewhere. There are. I've got pineapple, apple, orange, and cranberry juice in the fridge.
Is this, and I hesitate to say it, not the kind of place I could get a burger?
Yeah, I mean, I've got some veggie burgers in the freezer and a microwave if you want to make yourself something.
Veggie burgers.
Bloody hell.
I don't care, it's fuel. Everybody have the veggie burgers? Blindly take over the kitchen and start fucking cooking up veggie burgers and fries.
In fact, actually, she will have an auto chef. So she says there's an auto chef, so help yourself. most of it's soy, and anything that's real is vegetables. There is no meat in the kitchen.
I
Meat's
thought that would be the
expensive
case.
anyway,
So you can get yourself something to eat. While you're in the kitchen hunting out her booze and eating all her veggies, I'm guessing Nico's going to do a bit of meditation. She will ask, well, young man, what can you do? What do you do?
Did you say that too?
Bookworm. Bookworm.
Oh, I've got a few skills. I'm quite technically minded for one thing, but I'm going to just basically turn to face one wall and open a portal from that wall to the other wall, so that it's inside the room, just the two portals, so she can see the thing appearing in one space.
He grabs something random and just throw it through the portal. And
Yeah, and it hits me on the back of the head. Yeah,
Stick your hand through and scratch your own back.
yeah, basically, and then drop it.
Impressive.
Impressive. I can send it quite a long way.
Space.
Cat in the corner with the last podcast. Space!
Okay. While you're eating, while you're meditating, she will happily get a bit of sleep herself. So go on.
I'm going to try and copy Nico meditating, and I'm going to feel a right tit. I'm going to be sitting there, cross legs, is it? Okay. And then put your palms on your knees. Yeah, it's not really working. It depends how many XP I get if I can spend it to buy the skill. Ooh, I might get that many.
I don't know how Lawson wants to play it. It depends how much you've been practicing meditation before, but he did say new skills take time.
Oh, it's absolutely legit.
So.
I'm trying to copy the outward appearance of it and making a tit of myself. Thinking, well, this is what we need to do, and I'm not feeling a damn thing.
We will pick it up again next time we play here inside Freya's Hermetic Circle. You can continue conversations, you can get yourself a drink and food and rest for at least an hour if not two. And we'll call it close there.
Okay, shall I stop the stream?
All right, thank you very much.
So, yeah.
Everyone. No cliffhangers this week.
I need to do that.
No what?
That.
Cliffhangers.
All right.